We are live.
All right, everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Bird's Nest. After a crazy week one, we saw a lot of upsets, some blowouts. The Jets got their dicks kicked in, like me and Utch said. Yeah, we're ready for a great episode. We'll be talking some NFL. We'll be talking college football. We have a little draft at the end this time. So, yeah.
Yeah, a good week of football for sure. Just great to have that week one NFL Sunday. Really doesn't beat, and it really beats every other sport.
Yeah.
Opening up the year, so got a lot to hit today. I feel like shit, no cap. So we'll just jump into it, I guess. Should we go with
Yeah.
the fantasy winners and losers for this week?
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
start off with that. A lot of top picks didn't really perform as well as their owners would have liked going into the season. Just to name off a few, Marvin Harrison was a top 2 round
Yeah,
pick. He had a
thanks.
dud week.
Thanks.
Mark Andrews was a top tight end. He had a dud week. Drake London, he was a top 5 round guy. He had a dud week. I mean, that's just a few to rattle off. What else do you guys think?
Evan Ingram, ROC. Know what
Yeah.
he's seeing. Terry
missing
McLaurin,
very-
receiver
It
one.
was a very slow
What were
week
you
for the
saying?
tight ends. The tight ends really couldn't get themselves going.
definitely.
Dude, the tight ends are like horrible this year. Like they don't produce any points. Like, nothing.
Speaking about tight ends, I had my biggest winner as likely 12 receptions. It's insane, dude. Versus the defending champions, 12 receptions and a touchdown. Dude balled out.
Could have had a second touchdown too. He was
Yeah.
pretty close.
I'd say he's a new tight end one. I think it's pretty obvious. Mark
Dude,
Andrews
he's not
cannot
even a
move.
tight end.
But he basically
Not
is
even
like a
like a
wide
tight end.
receiver. He is.
Yeah, he's
He
like
is
a
just like an
receiver.
inside
Yeah,
wide receiver.
he's fucking ginormous.
He probably
he's a
goes
big
Big block
4'5".
though on a play. He blocks well too.
Dude,
Yeah, you'd be surprised, bro. He planted Drew Tranquil.
Yeah.
Drew Tranquil. Isaiah Likely, amazing. I think that he's probably their new tight end one. Honestly, I don't think Mark Andrews is a factor after the catch. And when you're Lamar Jackson, who's throwing a lot of balls around the line of scrimmage, you need guys to produce after the catch. We see how he hit Zay Flowers, and I think that he likes having that athletic big frame that he could just dump it off to and knows that he could break a tackle, which I don't think Mark Andrews has in him anymore. So, yeah, Isaiah Likely definitely a big winner for this week.
Yeah, man. I remember last week Aiden was saying how he's like so surprised how like no teams like tried to trade for Likely. That dude is a tight end one on 80% of NFL teams.
yeah.
And Drew, we were talking about this on the show Thursday. He was fucking laying out people. He was blocking down field. He was doing everything.
He really was. No, Likely definitely came out and impressed a lot of people. Mark Andrews, fantasy owners, I'll be a little scared. Yeah, I mean, he was probably a higher pick for you guys, and now I wouldn't say you're in chaos mode yet, but you guys start looking for yourself for a tight end.
Yeah, and Byrock, my biggest loser this week had to be St. Brown, 4.3 PPR.
Yeah, he was a first round pick too.
Yeah,
You
dude.
don't overreact to that though.
I don't know, but
That game is being played.
his thing is him and Gibbs is like so much people touch the ball on the team. Montgomery's gonna get 10, 15 carries. Gibbs is gonna get 15 touches. Laporte has to get the ball now. Now fucking JMO's breaking out too. There's just too much there.
Yeah, there's a lot of guys in that offense. What I will say about St. Brown is I feel like I wouldn't be concerned for St. Brown because the rest of the Lions offense was very slow to start this game. And then in the second half, they were just basically leaning on the run. So, but you have to know that going in when you're drafting St. Brown. This is a pure run first offense.
I do think the offense revolves around Amon Ra though, what he's doing. I know they have Gibbs and Montgomery, but I think the number one key is Amon Ra when you scout them.
He's
I
gonna
don't
have a
think
huge
they-
games.
Yeah,
He's gonna have huge games.
I think
I
there's
wouldn't
gonna
be
no
like I
Evan-
wouldn't be concerned about Amon-Ra, honestly. He's gonna get his touches. He's definitely gonna get the targets.
Yeah.
It's just week one, but I do want to bring it back to that Ravens offense with Derrick Henry. I'm not saying this week was a loser for him, but I think down the line for Derrick Henry owners, I would be really scared. They doesn't look like he's going to get the volume like he's had for the majority of his career. And now they're even on third downs, they're putting Justice Hill in the catch out of the backfield. So he might be a guy that you might want to consider trading away if you get a good offer, if you can. I was not impressed with the volume that he was receiving.
Yeah, I think his biggest problem fantasy wise is that the RB1 there is the quarterback, and now how he's barely playing third downs. Like Justice Hill gets so much is going to get like 3-4 receptions a game. You never see Derrick Henry, even when he was the number one option on Tennessee, going out there getting like 4 or 5 receptions a game. He's very touchdown dependent.
Like this year, out of most years, he's going to be touchdown dependent.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to a winner here. Baker Mayfield, man, wow. Let me just. I was listening to a Browns fan call in 44 passer rating versus 141. That's Mayfield to Watson on rating. He went 24 of 30, extremely efficient, 289 yards, 4 touchdowns. I mean, man, he had 30 fantasy points this week. He's got the weapons, man. He's always had the ability. I think that this is the perfect offense for him to thrive in. So I'd look out for Baker Mayfield in some fantasy leagues. Probably a big waiver wire pickup this week. He has the weapons, man. It's just that simple, and he just gets the ball to his guys.
Yeah, on Sunday it looked like Godwin kind of came back to himself from like 2-3 years ago, getting those quick catches, getting those yards, and Mike Evans did what he did like he does every single year. That offense is good.
That.
That
You gotta
offense
tell
is
me
good.
A guy like Baker, that guy plays all confidence. So when he's confident, bro, he's playing really well. So he can keep this rolling low. Watch out, Tampa.
Dude, I think it speaks to Todd Bowles, really. I think he's done a wonderful job instilling this offense in a way where he could feel comfortable and he could gain confidence with every throw.
For a defensive guy too.
Yeah.
And also watching Atlanta this weekend, that division is wide open.
Wide open.
They in my opinion, right now, I know it's early. I think the Bucks are for sure the favorites to take it home.
Yeah, I mean the Panthers, they're just not even in any type of reality, even coming close to third place. So it's pretty much a 3-team race at that point. Which brings us to the other NFC South team with the Saints, who absolutely dismantled the Panthers on Sunday. That was a beatdown.
Yeah, but to speak on this game, I also have a loser from this game. It's Chris Olave, because you just got, honestly, I'm going to be honest with you, you got strapped by J.C. Horn. You got strapped by J.C. Horn in this one. Wouldn't be worried going forward for Olave. I think that's just a tough matchup, and plus they were up by 30 at halftime. Wouldn't be concerned about him, but definitely a loser from this week, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, you would expect if that offense is putting up 30, 40 points a game that Olave would have a part in it, and he just really didn't.
It's crazy. Their offense was so efficient that it kind of just skipped them.
Yeah, no one expected that shit.
Their dog fights to look for the guy. Also, their defense played really well. Their experience that defense, they bring back a lot of people that can't let. There's a lot of people that come back to that Saints defense. They showed it though. Bryson 13 for 30, 2 picks.
That's unreal.
It was the first play of the game. He threw a pick. I mean,
yeah, it's these interceptions are all on him too. They're just bad beats. The one was right over the middle, just picked off. It's terrible.
Yeah. Another loser that I had, just to throw it out there, Dalton Kincaid. He only saw 2 targets this week, but the Bills are just leaning on the run game, and that seemed to be their philosophy after Dorsey got fired. I expect it to be like that the rest of the way. Keon Coleman saw 5 targets. I'm pretty sure he led the team in targets this week. Very spread out from Josh Allen. So, and again, I'd say it's kind of like the Lions, but different level of playmakers. But there's a lot of mouths to feed there. A lot of guys who can definitely make plays.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about him yet. But did you guys see the picture this week, there's literally 4 guys on him on like one play. I feel like Arizona was just trying to like key up and take him away. But yeah, we're kind of like the Lions, but with a little less talent. How we have so much guys who could get the ball. We got 5 receivers coming in and out. We also have Knox, and Kincaid's only so much better than him.
Yeah, I was surprised on how on the Knox and Kincaid situation because like last year when Knox went down, Kincaid looked like he kind of took over that spot, and Knox as a tight end for the Bills really hasn't been crazy productive. So I mean, now with a new offensive coordinator, it looks like it might be a different situation, which I don't think a lot of Kincaid owners, including myself, really thought was going to happen.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I'm really a firm believer that Arizona had a heavy game plan to stop Kincaid because Kincaid's really not a tight end. He's not running like drags like that. He's running deep routes, like a lot of receivers.
Yeah,
I think there's one winner from that game though too. I think Arizona's offense, man. I think they're really moving the ball. Like I didn't think people expected Arizona. I don't think Kyler. I think Kyler Murray played well. The stats really don't show
Yeah,
how much he played well.
that's
Like,
not true.
he
Yeah,
definitely controlled the ball. Like he played much better than what people expected to me. And Marv didn't touch the ball.
the
yeah.
thing about Kyler is
Marv had 3 targets.
Kyler's just such a problem in the pocket because he could run around forever, and that just generates more time for receivers to get free. And going back to Marv, I definitely wouldn't worry about him at all. I think he's one of the best receivers prospects we've seen over the last like decade. And
I would
we're
say he's
talking
probably the best. Like,
we're talking that one play. He's wide open for a touchdown.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. When it comes to Marvin Harrison, like outside of this draft and like the quarterbacks that were in front of him, he was easily the best prospect. I would put him right behind Caleb Williams and best prospects. I would probably even put him in front of him.
You know,
I've seen that dude tear up defenses in the Big Ten for 3
Yeah,
straight
yeah.
years. I mean, it was just such a loaded draft of quarterbacks where he was bound to fall just a little bit. Another winner I want to throw out there who's also wide receivers, Cooper Cup, especially with Puka going down. It looked like MVP winning season Cooper Cup with what do you have 12 receptions, Mike? You watched
14.
like
Yeah,
15. He had
14?
21 targets in this game.
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah, so people who draft Cooper Cup, your life just got a whole lot easier.
Yeah, he always had that though. Like last year he was injury ridden. I mean, and Puka's emergence, but I mean, without Puka, that offense, you could literally throw him the ball every single play. And what I want to talk about with Cooper Cup is he's sort of like an extension of the run game. Like he's just a quick pass, get him the ball as fast as you can, and he'll make plays in space. So I think that's, especially in the second half, the Rams were using Cooper Cup as more of their extension of the run game.
Well, yeah, Stafford was his quickest time getting rid of the ball in his whole career was that game, on average. So
Yeah.
he's getting rid of the ball because they're down 4 linemen. Like
Yeah,
Cooper Kupp's that guy.
they were holding,
He's not
man.
gonna run you he's not going to run you a 40-yard go route. Like he's going to get you quick yards, and he's going to use that ball and go upfield. Like I don't know, Puka being out like scares me a little because they're getting a little one-dimensional.
Yeah,
You don't have that X guy. Like they don't have a guy that's going to make like a huge play now. Like Kupp, he's not that guy. That's Puka.
Do we have any winners, losers we want to throw out before we start going to games? Because we're already on Lions, Rams, or are we good to just talk games?
do you guys want to get into who our winners were team wise?
I'd say one winner too. I'd say J.K. Dobbins.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think that system is perfect for him. I think Harbaugh already saw Dobbins when he ran for 200 against them at Ohio State. I think perfect center for him is there.
Yeah.
The Chargers look
I mean,
really legit.
I have down in my notes for this Chargers game. It was clear Stanley was the problem, which if you listen to me and Byrock's podcast last year, we vividly and went pretty hard in on Brandon Staley. So he was definitely the problem. And the only thing for Chargers fans, I would just pray Dobbins stays healthy. Because if he stays healthy and he has a game like he did the other day, he's going to have a big year.
Yeah, and they also have the Gus too.
Yeah, they
Yeah, that
have a
offensive line
good
looked good.
rotation.
That
Also,
offensive line looked real
Defense
good.
look good.
Yeah.
D-line look good, man. Bosa, Khalil Mack played a good game too.
Khalil Mack is elite as fuck, dude. Still, he had 17 sacks last year. What do
He
you
was like
what do you have
30.
last week? 30.
Khalil Mack
He
had
had
17 sacks last year.
yes, dude.
17 and a half.
He's so dominant as fuck.
He had like 6 in a game
Yeah.
last season.
Oh
He's
shit! I didn't even know that.
he's so dominant as fuck. I do think sacks are an overrated stat, but he's still pressuring out there, man. And while we're on the Chargers, I just want to say I love the Harbaugh sign, and if this offense stays efficient, it's gonna be scary as fuck. And I think in an early rookie of the year candidate, Joe Alt, dude, he had Max Crosby and Christian Wilkins, two top 10 D linemen, top 12, locked the fuck up in his first NFL game ever.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
he's an
that's a great
underrated
pick.
complete prospect from the draft. He's 6'8", and he gets lower than every other guy on the defensive line and the offensive line. He uses his leverage ridiculously. He's crazy strong, and yeah, he's going to be a blue chip prospect for the Chargers.
Yeah.
That's a can't-miss pick.
I haven't even seen all pros been able to stop Max Crosby. Him and Wilkins didn't have one pressure when they were going against all, which is mind blowing for a rookie.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. Do we have any other winners, losers?
You ever seen the picture of Joe Alt? No ass.
Yeah, he literally has no ass, dude.
No, I actually haven't seen that picture.
Bro,
I have no idea what we're talking about.
Bro, look it up right now. He got no ass.
That's
No
I was looking shocked he was drafted that high because like O-line coach just dead ass look for that.
ass.
Yes. Aiden back, dude. Oh, Amelia always looked for ass.
Oh, dude, I remember my sophomore year playing football. We were doing like inside zone period, and like Sil was like walking over, and Amelia just goes, "Sil, get your big Beyonce ass out of here and go play with the skills." Shit had to be dying.
Dude, like the first day you saw Dante's ass was probably the best day of his life.
Bro. Oh my god, bro.
Oh, you gotta send him. You gotta send him this clip after. He'll love that.
Oh my god! All right, let's talk games. We'll start with Lions.
Um,
Rams is the first one on the list.
Yeah,
Let me just
I'll let you take the floor.
say something here. I said that they were gonna blow them out, and they should have blown them out. Like they really should have. They should have been running Montgomery Gibbs left side right at Fiske every single time. They were taking Decker, they were taking Glasgow, and they were just attacking him. He was getting abused in this game, especially in overtime. The offense started real slow. Jared Goff looked okay. The pick was really bad. That was a really bad interception in a big moment. I want to talk about Matthew Stafford. There's not 5 better quarterbacks in the league than Matthew Stafford. There's not. You can't give me 5 better quarterbacks than Matthew Stafford in the NFL right now. 7 starts in a row with over 250 yards passing. He's elite. He's as elite as it gets. He's been doing it for years, and the throws he makes are ridiculous. There's a clip in this game where he's getting pressured by 2 Detroit Lions defenders, 2 defenders in his face, fading backwards, can't even see his target, and he lays it with perfect touch right on the receiver. It's incredible. It truly is incredible. If he was on this Lions team, I don't think they'd lose a game. I don't think they'd lose a single game if he had the Lions weapons and the Lions O-line.
Cool. I just need to stop you 1 second because I found the clip.
Oh, this is the clip you're talking about.
Yo, he got nothing behind there, bro.
This is crazy, bro.
I mean, dude, looks like
Bro,
dude, it's look his whole body, like his backbones aren't even like popping out.
I didn't even know you could just bring up a clip.
That's awesome.
I distinctly remember from that. It's a great tackle too, but
Going on about the Lions Rams game. I I think this game just goes to show you the Lions have such a better roster than the Rams, and how good of a fucking coach McVay is. They were down people left and right. People were dropping like flies, and they still brought it to overtime with the team who should have been in the Super Bowl last year.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Rams are legit this year. I think, I mean, both of these teams will. I would be pretty confident saying that they would both are going to go pretty far this year. The Rams look great. I think they're going to battle out with San Fran for
Drew,
the top spot in the
Drew,
West.
Drew. I will give you $1,000 if the Rams win one playoff game.
Really?
There's no way that defense wins a playoff game. There's zero chance
Dude,
that
I
defense
don't
wins a
know.
playoff game, dude. There's zero chance. I'm
I
sorry.
don't know.
There's
I mean,
no
look,
chance.
it's week 1, so like we're not going to like overreact, but dude, I don't know.
I think the fact that it was week 1 is the only reason the Lions didn't win by 20. Honestly, I really do.
Yeah,
I really do, bro.
Yo,
I mean, I know they have injuries, but they're underdogs versus fucking Arizona this week, dude.
I think that's
The
disrespect.
Rams?
But
Yeah.
that's
beat
disrespect.
Arizona by 6.
Huh?
They're underdogs this
We
week.
beat Arizona by 6. There's-
Yeah, I'm not saying the Bills are the best team in the league.
No, but I think Arizona's legit.
Oh
Arizona's
yeah,
definitely
I
legit.
I wouldn't say they're a playoff team just yet, but I still think they're like a 7 to 9 win team. They're definitely solid.
They
They
can run the ball on anyone.
yeah, but they still have a lot of holes on defense.
Yeah, the front seven needs some work. Once they get BJ Ojolari back, that'll drastically improve things in the run game. But
I
Cardinals are good, bro.
also think when Marv breaks out, it's gonna be a whole different team.
That's true.
And dude, fucking McBride, bro. Every week he somehow finds a way to get like 10 targets. I don't know what it is.
He's good.
He's a great safety blanket. That's what he is. He's a great safety
Hopefully
blanket for a guy that,
Lions-
that can't see over the low line.
Lions offense just didn't feel like it flowed. There's no room to it. There's a lot
Yeah,
of-
definitely.
It just I don't know. But I don't think that's something I'm concerned about. But if you can't find that flow and rhythm, it's just going to be a bunch of skilled guys trying to make plays, which is always tough. But you need that flow to really be a Super Bowl team.
Yeah, I'm
Well,
sure
any
they'll
other-
pick it up behind Ben Johnson. I don't really have anything on this game other than Jared Verse played a really good game, I think.
Yes,
for his debut.
I
think he played
agree.
a solid game. I'm kind of interested with how the scheme's going to work. Is he going to be really dropping into coverage that much because they're playing 4 down? He's not on the edge most of the time, so I'm concerned with that. But yeah, I don't think this Rams defense is going to be able to compete with the playoff contenders like I think some other people think because it's thin. And one more thing, the left tackle that came in for Noteboom, who was already the second string, was probably the worst NFL player I've ever watched play football. Like actually worse than Mike Remmers in the Super Bowl 50 game. He was so bad, bro. Every single play, Hutchinson pressured him, and Hutchinson had 11 pressures in this game.
Yeah,
Remember how I said he had 29 last season? He had 11 in this game. He's winning deep boy, bro. He's winning deep boy.
Aiden, I wanted to hear your opinion on Tyler Johnson reviving his career out of nowhere.
His career was never like up.
I mean, he was good in college,
This is like yeah.
dude.
He had a big catch and run.
Yeah, he went for like 65 yards. I've heard his name in like 4 years, dude. I was like, what the fuck?
I think he played with Jaden Daniels actually when he was a freshman. 'Cause he
No,
went to Arizona
Tyler
State,
Johnson. Am I
so-
thinking? What? Did Tyler Johnson go to
Minnesota.
Minnesota? Yeah, that's
No,
what I thought.
Minnesota. That's what it was. One of those,
Yeah.
Minnesota, Arizona State.
Next
It
up
was
on our
Minnesota.
list is a Giants and Broncos joint point.
Yeah,
they
no,
both
I just
suck.
pretty much put down the Giants and Broncos blow. We
Drew.
don't really have to talk about those games.
Drew,
The
Whoa.
Giants might win one game all year.
Whoa.
Drew, I want to hear your opinion on this. Did Buffalo and Allen make Dabble and Joe Schoen, or are the Giants just that bad?
Dude. I just think they're that bad. I don't really think. I mean, I'm not in. I don't really like Shane too much after this offseason. I'll trust him still, but Daniel Jones is just. I mean, he's the root. He's the root of our problem, and I'm done defending this dude. I've been defending this dude for 5 years, and I mean, there's just some plays where I watched him throw a football, and it was mind-bogglingly bad. He is just bad. There's really nothing else. He is not a good quarterback, and it sucks for me to say this because I try to root for this dude as hard as I can every single year, but I'm so done just losing games. And after this week, I don't know how many games we'll even win this year. Like, we just look terrible. To go along with a shitty fucking uniform too.
Oh,
Everything was just bad.
Why
There
did they
was,
have the
like-
Canadians unis on?
yeah, it's
It was-
literally the Canadians uniforms.
It was just
Let's be
bad.
honest.
Like, I can't really describe
But-
another word. The Giants
dude,
organization right now is just bad.
My problem with Dabble, I love him. He was a great coordinator in Buffalo. I still think he would be a great coordinator. But how do you go into your home opener, over like 55,000 people there, score six? First of all, first drive of the game, fumble. You're in their territory, and you score 6 points, and then let Sam Darnold look like a fucking MVP.
Dude, see, that's the other thing that pisses me off. Sam Darnold looked like Heisman candidate Sam Darnold out of USC in that game. It was fucking, and our defense isn't even a bad defense either. I don't know.
Oh no,
Like
on paper it's not.
Dude,
Yeah,
it's
we're
over
just-
in New York. It's,
But-
I actually am more optimistic about the Broncos.
No, so am I.
You guys look like
No,
Denver look like shit.
One last thing I'll
6
say.
points.
Yeah, I have
One last thing
one more thing to
I
go.
will say is that when the,
Go.
when the Vikings turned it over in their own territory in the beginning of the game, I actually had a thought that the Giants were going to go score a touchdown there, and then they kicked the field goal, and I was like, why the fuck did I actually think that was going to happen? Because it never happens. All right, now we can move on.
All right, no, I just want to get this out here. I think if the Giants continue to play like this for next month, like 5 weeks, I think Dabble's already on the hot seat, but I think like 7 8 weeks from now, he might not be coaching anywhere.
There's no way. There's just no way. Brian Dable, I think they can win 2 games, and Brian Dable will not get fired. You want to know
But-
why? Because the Malik Neighbors pick was for the next quarterback, not Daniel Jones. It was for the next quarterback. This is how it's going to go. They're going to draft Carson Beck. They're going to have Neighbors. They might pick up a free agent wide receiver, and they'll be good again. It's that simple. The defense is there with one more year. Dexter Lawrence will be a little old at the time. Banks takes a step. They're a young team. I don't think Dable is going anywhere. It's a
I don't
pundit
know,
that
dude. I don't know.
Look, Dable, he's in a hot seat, but that Neighbors pick is going to save his job for another year.
what can he do?
Front office is not see even shown. I think.
I mean,
think
you also
honestly-
remember, like, he won a playoff game in his first year. Like,
Yeah, he did.
He's shown that he's shown that he could coach a team to the playoffs. A
But-
team like the Giants.
but since
Where-
I
Where
still-
where has that been the last 700 days? Though they've done awful in off seasons.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't even blame. I wouldn't even blame him from last
it's a
year.
step backwards.
I agree, but I would even blame Dable for last year. He's working with a backup quarterback and no
Oh
wide
yeah,
receivers.
I'm not saying
No
let's do
offensive
it.
line.
Well, but I'm-
Daniel Jones is a backup quarterback in essence. He's a backup quarterback. Like
Well,
that
they
is
had
what
to
he
stick
is.
with him this year. They had no other option but to stick with
No,
him.
I completely agree, and
They
that's
had
why I
no
don't
other
think
option.
Dable will get fired. I don't think Dable will get fired because the product. I mean, the roster is awful. It's terrible, and
I wouldn't say it's
I think-
awful. Though. I wouldn't say it's
the
awful.
roster is not terrible. That is
I
a
definitely
top
think
10
that-
defense.
No, it's really
Yes.
not that bad. It's just Daniel
And
Jones.
the
Like,
receiving core is really not that bad either.
It's not.
They drafted like 4 guys in their receiving core.
And
So it's like
also,
really front office at that point.
and
Also,
Dexter Lawrence was one of the best players of the weekend. He was.
Oh yeah,
When they-
that one is a fucking stud.
they still gave him 28
Okay.
points to Sam Darnold. So at home,
I wouldn't blame that on Dexter Lawrence. He was.
I mean,
Every
I
time
Blame it
there
on
is a
Daniel
pass, he
Jones.
was in that backfield. Yeah, I
Yeah,
it was
I
the
mean-
defense on the field the entire game.
yeah.
Yeah, I blame
When-
Daniel Jones heavily.
And I also believe 14 of those points were because of the Daniel Jones. And when you're
Yeah.
and what Barak said, you can't leave your DA on the field the whole entire fucking game and expect to not give up 28 points. Even though he did their pick six, and they went for it like on the 30 and they didn't get it.
Yeah, it's
no,
over
it's
New York,
unbelievable.
bro. It's so
It's
over New York.
unbelievable.
Let's
Talk
go
about
to
Denver.
because I'm hearing,
Yeah, I can't talk.
mad shit getting talked about Denver. Yes, our rookie didn't play well. I know this. Yes, we had 12 rushing yards in the second half, but we lost the game by 6 points. Like against a tough Seattle team. I'm not saying they're going to be a great team, but I'm saying playing your week 1 game in Seattle under the best defensive coordinator last year is now their head coach. And Seattle's always been defense, and their corners are great. Like they can play defense well, and then you put a rookie in there, first game. That's tough to go win that game. It's tough to play well in the atmosphere. Now, I'm not saying yes, he could have thrown 4 picks that game. But that's rookie mistakes, and we only lost by 6 points. Come on now.
I
That's
mean, you
something
guys had
like
4
our
turnovers.
defense played very well.
I am
I wrote that down.
I'm really interested to see how Nick's performs this weekend. Mike Tomlin owns rookie quarterbacks. He's 26-5 versus him. This is but this is Nick's first.
Mike Tomlin owns the record of 500. That's all.
Okay,
That's all.
okay.
In the last 6 years.
First of all, Mike Tomlin is one of the
He
successful
has
coaches
Super
we've ever
Bowl.
seen.
Kept him a job for the last.
I'm saying
Overrated coach.
he's 26-5 versus rookie quarterbacks, and because he has a great defensive mind. This is Nick's first home game ever in Denver. I kind of feel like he's his back to the wall after last week.
Guess what?
What?
Back to the wall. Mike Tomlin's going fucking 26-6, baby. These boys are getting
He
it
didn't
done
just
this
bring it
week,
out.
baby.
Oh
They get it
no.
done.
Dude, I don't think you realize what TJ Watt is going to do to your offensive line on Sunday.
Whoa.
I
I
think
don't
Pittsburgh -2 is the lock of the century.
think McGlinchey
Yeah.
can hold him.
Who the fuck is their quarterback? Justin Fields? Who the
Russell
fuck
Wilson
that guy
homecoming.
been?
Russell Wilson homecoming.
I
Oh,
never
Russ.
Denver
Bo
was
Nix,
bad.
Bo Nix is
What
not
was
going
that?
to be able to throw 42 passes against the Steelers on Sunday. There's
I'm
zero-
saying
He doesn't. He's not gonna need to. He threw 42 against Seattle because it's just the way the game flew. Like against Steelers, you don't have to throw 42 passes because you're not gonna be down all that much.
you're not going to be able
Yeah.
to run the
They
ball.
can't score.
That's a
weren't-
good point. That's a very good point. The Steelers won't be able to score.
They
But-
won't be able to score. So you don't have to throw 42.
The Steelers can score. They just can't score touchdowns.
Yes.
Yeah, Boswell hit 7 field
Boswell-
goals and they'll put up 21.
Yeah.
I don't think that Bo Nix looked the best. He had 11 passes over 10 yards, and 2 of them resulted in interceptions. But I will say, with Bo Nix, I don't think this will rattle him at all because I could just see the way he exudes himself on the field. He seems like a leader. He seems like he's comfortable in his role in the offense. And let's not forget, those wide receivers are not special. Like, they're not special at all. Tough to create separation. Sutton's not really the biggest separation guy. He's more of a jump ball guy.
He's a 50-50 guy.
Josh Reynolds is like a possession receiver, and outside of that, Vele actually was getting a lot of targets in this game. He looked all right.
Yeah,
So
one problem I have is they're playing LA, Josh Reynolds, and Sutton. They're all the same receivers. They're position guys. LA's 6'3", Josh Reynolds is about 6'3", Sutton 6'4". To me, you got to put in Marvin Mims, or you got to put in Troy Franklin. Have
Yeah,
some
where was
depth
Troy
that you
Franklin?
get on the field. He
He's
had
hurt,
a-
right?
No, that happened.
He was hurt. Was he hurt?
Yeah.
He wasn't hurt. No, he didn't
Why
play.
didn't he play?
He didn't play because the training camp he had. It just didn't look good.
Damn. Well, I'm not bashing Knicks by any means. I'm just saying this is a huge test for his character and to see where he's really at. This is a fucking tough matchup.
I don't think week 1 affects him. You see, when he was in college, Auburn, he's great freshman year. His sophomore year was just nothing to write about. Like, he was very down. He was getting booed. That's why he transferred. Like, he's been through this. Like, that's
And-
why I like the experience of him.
And also, Caleb Williams, we're always saying as one of the best prospects of our whole entire life. He did fucking awful versus a Tennessee defense who was much weaker than Seattle. So
And no
I
one's saying anything about it.
so I don't want to say anything about any of these rookie quarterbacks yet.
yeah, none of them looked impressive at all. But But I will say about Caleb Williams is that interior offensive line is probably the worst in football. Like, it is absolutely miserable.
Yes.
They were getting ripped apart by Simmons.
Uh,
I mean, he was running for his life and he was trying to do that college bullshit where he runs around left, right, left, right. Like, that's not working in the NFL, buddy. Welcome to the
No.
big leagues. So, yeah, I wouldn't be overreacting. Like, then again, it's week one. Like, I feel like last year, I didn't bring this up when we were talking about fantasy. Mac Jones was the QB1 with 25 points. Where's Mac Jones now? CJ Stroud had 6 points in week one. So
on a bench in Jacksonville.
And
There's-
CJ Stroud played week 1 last year. See,
oh, there you go. Should we move on?
This year. Against,
Should this be a segue into the Bears game?
Yeah, we could talk Bears. We could talk
Oh.
Bears Titans.
Dude, so I want your guys' opinion. How many wins will the Bears get? Like, generally, without looking at their schedule, if their defense plays this good and their offense actually lives up to the hype.
Well, that's a big ask if their offense lives up to the hype.
yeah.
If the offense is up to the height, they could win 11 games, but I don't think that's going to be the case. So I'd probably put a soft number of like 7, 8. I really don't think the offense is as good as people think it is. And the run game is non-existent. I've been saying this about DeAndre Swift for probably 4 years now. He's not a tough runner. He's not a bell cow. Once he gets touched, he's going down. He refuses to put his left shoulder down, exactly why Dan Campbell got rid of him. You need to be a physical runner if you're going to be a bell cow in some way, shape, or form, whether it's speed, into velocity, into being tough and finishing runs, or it's just being a big back and being able to put your shoulder down. He doesn't do any of that. His really only good trait is receiving. And without a run game, rookie quarterback, I don't care the weapons he has. That interior offensive line is miserable. I don't see them getting a winning record this year if it continues to look like that up front.
Yeah, we'll go to the weapons. Keenan Allen and Rome Odunze, they didn't practice today. They're hurt. So, like, their really only weapon on the outside is DJ Moore right now.
Keenan Allen is shot.
Keenan
Allen is shot.
Good.
He is shot. I said this in training camp. He is shot. And on the throw where Caleb overthrew him, I know it was a terrible throw, but I honestly think he dropped back. I didn't expect him to be that slow. He was barely moving up the sideline. So I don't know. I don't feel it with the Bears weapon. I love DJ Moore and Rome's a rookie. I don't think they're as good as people think they are. I really don't think it's a
I
hype
agree.
train.
Yeah,
I agree.
I'm with you. But some pros bet the Bears. Jalen Johnson, dude, he's a fucking top 3 corner.
He's up there.
But
Tyree
that-
Stevenson's a
Yeah,
great
fair
corner
enough.
too. He's probably one of the
That
better
dude was a
quarterbacks.
stretch,
in the league.
but by any means, the Bears did not deserve to win that game. Will Levis threw that game away. Their coach literally said they could have punted it on 1st and 10 every time, and they probably would have won.
That's a Swift though. I don't think Swift needs to be a bell cow in that offense. I just think he's an out pitch to an out offense. Like that offense is going to be built around play action, but also throwing the ball. So Swift could be a good out pitch, just like gets you some good yards and plays. Like I think they'll find success.
I just don't see a way the interior offensive line gives them push to run through the tackles. I don't. And when you get him to the outside, a corner can make that tackle on him every time. He's not running over a corner. He's not running over a safety. It's just not going to happen. So until they can figure out something in that interior offensive line, their run game is going to stay stagnant. And if you're going to ask Caleb Williams to throw the ball 40 times a game as a rookie, I know he's a great prospect and everything, but this is the NFL. NFL speed is just completely different.
Yeah.
They're like the plays he made in college, which really elevated his status, was him running around and then making a crazy off-balance throw, which would be a dot, but that doesn't work in the NFL. They're too big.
Well,
they're too
he
fast,
did
too far.
have one of those roll out to his weak side, and he made a pretty incredible throw
Yeah,
off balance
you'll-
and hit his receiver
Look,
in the
he
hands.
might
Just a good
get
play
one
by
or
the
two a
defender.
game. He might get 1 or 2 a game, but most of the time he's gonna have to learn to stay in the pocket a little bit longer.
I honestly was impressed with his pocket presence as well, though. I think that he climbed the pocket very well. I saw a rep where they were closing in from the outside. He's maneuvered his way up, planted his feet, had a strong throw. Another great play by a defender. So I don't know.
I really do believe that he's going to succeed in this league, but I really think it might take him the whole season because, like, dude, the last couple of years he's been playing against like UCLA's defense, Washington. It's just such a big difference from that to going against like
Any NFL
Jeffrey,
defense.
Jeffrey Simmons chasing after you, Jarius Sneed covering your guys. It's way different.
I bet Will Levis wished he had Giudice to console him after the game, but
We're not doing this again.
That's your girl, yeah.
We're not doing this Gia Duddy again. Let's get off of this game so we can just before Buddy gets way too excited in the top right. The Bills escape a scare against the Cardinals. Gosh.
I mean, I honestly wouldn't say it was a scare because on that drive with the personal foul where it was 15 on third down where Terrell Bernard didn't even touch him. If they didn't call that, it's a 10 plus point win. But Allen, man, he took no steps back, 4 touchdowns, two throwing, two running in. He looks sharp. I really do believe it's going to take some time though for like Keon to land and like a guy like Matt Collins, Valdez Scanlon. They're like I don't know. It's going to be hard for us to be a high power offense with guys like them in every single play. But Shakir looks phenomenal. Fucking Greg Russo breakout game, AFC Player of the Week, 3 sacks, and Taron Johnson going out blows. He's going to be out tomorrow. But yeah, I wouldn't call it a scare, but we got the win, so
I mean,
we'll.
I would consider it a scare just because I mean, I don't think the Bills thought that the Cardinals were going to give them a game. Like, it was a game pretty much for a little bit.
Oh yeah,
And
we were losing the whole first half.
yeah, look. You guys, in the second half, you guys definitely took over and controlled like the outcome, but I don't think anybody went into that game being like, yeah, the Cardinals are going to lose by 6 points. Like me personally, I
did.
didn't think they were going to lose. Really?
I mean, I had them plus 6.5.
Barak did say plus 6.5.
It's a good take. I personally didn't think that, but yeah, I mean, it just brings back to go back to our Cardinal conversation that we had before. Murray looked great. He looked pretty good for his like week one.
Yeah, I mean, he was so annoying in the pocket. He was fucking running everywhere. Dude. We were just chasing after him and missing him. But also like, you can only game plan so much. This was Jonathan Gannon's first ever game as a head coach. It's week one.
No, it wasn't.
We're still getting all the jitters out. So are they.
And it was the head coach last
Oh, shit, he was?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You don't remember? Did you take the bus today? You got that fire in your gut? You don't know
What
that
the
clip?
fuck are you
Oh,
talking about?
yeah.
You know the clip.
I was
Oh,
looking
the Hard Knocks?
It's like
Yeah.
the first day. It's like the first day.
First day, he's giving them that fire in that gut.
Yeah, that's some goofy ass shit right there. I don't have anything to say on this Bills game other than the fact that Josh Allen is amazing. And yeah, that's pretty much it. The Cardinals look good. I said everything I want to say about the Cardinals. Their run game could be up there with any other team in the league. They can run the ball, but I'm a little concerned about their weapons on the outside. I mean, not concerned about Marv, just Michael Wilson. The rest are a little thin. So I really got nothing unless Aid Carr. You got something you want to say? No? We can head to Pats Bengals. Classic Joe Burrow meltdown in week one. This is common. This is pretty common. Every single time, the biggest underdog in week one, just take the spread. Just take the spread. It's a lock every time. 8.5 is way too many points. People forget how good this Patriots defense is. It is truly a great unit. And Mayo, yeah, it seems like he brought some of that Belichick stuff defensively. So I think they looked great in this game. And I had Stevenson as one of my winners. He had 28 touches, 126 yards, and a touchdown. He looked a lot more like himself from 2022. So this Patriots team, look, they're not making the playoffs. They'll probably still finish last in the division, but
I don't know. They
I
might
think-
beat the Jets.
let's relax. Let's calm down, okay? Let's calm down.
Don't get it
All right.
twisted.
Yeah, let's not get it twisted. All right. I'm excited to see May run this offense, honestly, but bro, don't even give me that look up there, bro. Don't make me start going on a Jets tangent right now.
We'll Save that.
We'll get to the Jets soon. We'll
Yeah,
get to the
alright.
Jets
All
very
right.
soon.
Honestly, when I found out that Gerard Mayo was head coach of the Pats, taking the greatest coach of all time spot, I was like, "What the fuck?" And then he goes in there and just stops that high powered Cincy offense. And honestly, I did not expect that at all.
Yeah, Jamar Chase's diva trade took over. He didn't practice, and Joe Burrow and him were off connection. And Christian Gonzalez is a great corner. Christian Gonzalez, he stayed healthy all last year.
Love seeing him
He
healthy.
stayed healthy. Oh
Love
my
seeing him
God,
healthy.
he's
He's gonna be
incredible.
another
He probably
problem.
would have been an All-Pro last year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was
Crazy
incredible.
shit.
He was.
Week 1 overreactions, though. What can we say?
Yeah, there's always going to be the week one
They
overreactions.
107 in the ground. But I do think Brissett played well. If they can run the ball well,
Yeah.
I think the Patriots win like 70 games. Because when they run the ball well, the protection opens up. And that's not
Yeah.
they're kind of come down a little bit.
I was gonna say he's honestly a really good game manager. Brissett. They were fucking chewing clock, dude. Stevenson was getting touches. The O line was getting bodies on body. They were doing their jobs. Like everyone was doing their 111.
Yeah, I mean that was probably the game plan going into the game. Was look, Mayo probably thought to himself, "Look, we're not as talented as this Bengals team," which realistically they're not. But Brissett has been in the league for so long. He's been through a bunch of offenses. He just knows that he knows how to control a game in the way that he did on Sunday, and which probably was the main reason why they won. They didn't give Burrow a crazy amount of opportunities, and he really didn't do too well with the opportunities that he had.
Yeah,
Game sucked, though. It was a snooze fest of a game.
yeah, it
I
was.
don't think Jamar didn't even want to be there.
Yeah, he's such a diva. Holy shit.
He should go paint his nails with Caleb.
That,
Maybe
uh,
that'll get him a
Come
contract.
back,
Yeah.
though.
fucking
They
tool.
always start off slow, dude. They'll come
Yeah,
back.
they do. I
Yeah,
just don't. I honestly don't think Zach Taylor is a great coach. I think this is part of the reason they're never ready for week one. I've always said this. I don't have no faith in really Zach Taylor. That Super Bowl run was one thing. If they ran the ball under center more, maybe they'd be better. So I don't know. I got nothing on the.
Ready to be ready for week 1 if you're ready for week 1 in the playoffs.
What?
Said you need to be ready for week 1 if you're ready for week 1 in the playoffs.
Yeah,
Yeah, that is true.
that is true.
And I'm honestly a firm believer that the run they've been on the last couple of years is powered by the defense.
Yeah, that defense lost pieces. DJ Reader's a lion now. What the fuck was that? What the?
What's going on in that kitchen, Ush?
That's what they make it in there, gang.
My buddy, he had to go on mute real quick.
Bro, who was chefing up at 10:03 at night, bro? Only real, only real now.
Dirty ass food.
Yeah. No, Ush, pretend you're studying real quick.
Bro, you got to mute us, bro. He definitely can't hear us. Oh my god, let's sim to the Chargers, dude. Chargers Raiders. Bro, what is bro texting me? This is live. Oh my god. All right, so we'll give Usher mute for 2 minutes. While we do that, we'll talk about the Chargers game. Is this a Jim Harbaugh masterclass, guys? Is Jim Harbaugh back in NFL form?
Yeah, I think
Bro,
so.
I can't take him seriously down there. Oh my god, bro! Please go up to them and be like, "Yo, can I get a plate?"
And they
Please
give us
get
a
a plate.
review after.
Yeah, please get a plate and a live review.
You're still
Dogs,
muted, dog.
dogs muted.
Oh, mute, dude.
Oh my god. Whatever. We'll just talk about J.K. Dobbins.
Oh shit! I didn't realize yeah, bro, I was dead tweaking. Did you hear what they were saying?
No.
No.
Oh, I was muted.
the entire time.
No, she's on the phone with her mom. She's like, "Mom, I think I saw a jack at the pickleball ball courts." Some bullshit, dude. All right, let's get back at this shit.
All right, back to the Chargers. Jim Harbaugh masterclass. They ran the ball really well in this game, and I don't think this was Herbert's best game, but Chargers got it done, just like they do with Harbaugh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We talked about it earlier. They shut down Max Crosby.
Joe Altidge.
Enough said,
yeah,
enough said.
like I was saying before, Joe Alt really looked like one of the best O linemen in the league, and if they could get that dominant running game, dude, fucking dive one for 150, and then now if Edwards can finally land that's gonna be scary, and their D lineman Bosa was playing like he was at fucking Ohio State. Khalil Mack was playing like he was at Buffalo, dude. They were just balling out left and right. And Drew, I want your take. I know you were really high on Vegas. Do we overreact that they just got punched in the face by a Chargers team, or like
Yeah, that was a preseason overreaction on my part after week 1. But look, it's a long season. It's hard. I'm not gonna make a complete assumption that I was wrong on this team after 1 week, but it wasn't pretty. Definitely was not pretty.
And it ain't gonna get prettier with Baltimore this week. I'll fucking tell you that.
No,
I will
definitely not.
tell you that. It is not getting any prettier. Brock Bowers looked like a focal point in this offense. Good thing I have him in fantasy. 8 targets this week, so I think he could be a big factor for this team. He could be one of the.
Play him this week, please.
He's starting. No, don't worry, he's
Good.
starting. Don't reverse
Good.
psychology. Me, George Kittle can sit on the bench
Good.
this week.
Good.
Yeah, I'm not dropping him or
Play him.
anything, but Bowers is definitely starting this week. Yeah, no, your guy Gardner
In
Minshew
case-
need a comeback player of the year on fucking Brock Bowers' shoulders.
Yeah. I mean, in case you guys haven't noticed yet, me and Byrock, we play each other in fantasy this week.
Championship rematch. Of course, I won the championship, 3-time champion. No one's thrown me in 1,207 days. That's pretty pathetic by the rest of you 9. Yeah. Let's see.
I mean,
Put your money where your
I
mouth is.
can't wait to make you go 0-2 this week. You know, it's gonna make.
Just don't let me get in. Just don't let me get in. Do yourselves a favor. Collude and don't let me get in.
More, I would want to end my week off, or begin my week with, than sending you to 0-2, and I just beat the living shit out of you this week.
I promise you, if you keep it within 30 on Monday night, Bijan Robinson will end you. He will end you. Hey, he should have scored a touchdown last week. Some bullshit fucking, I don't remember his name, some weak ass white guy couldn't hold his block for half a second, so he would have got in. But wait for 2 touchdowns this week, because I promise you the Falcons' offense isn't going to look that bad 2 weeks in a row. Do you want to talk Falcons Steelers?
Yeah, I hope not. We can talk.
Do you want to
Falcons
talk? Do you want to talk Falcons Steelers?
yeah, I feel like we were all like really high on in Atlanta, and I don't know what version of Kirk Cousins I was watching this Sunday. I mean, the O line definitely didn't play as good as I thought they were, but he did not look good, man. And for Kirk, he's been so fucking consistent his whole career. I was shocked.
I wonder if that Achilles injury is bothering him a little bit, because it seemed like he couldn't really plant and get anything behind his throws. He was leaving some lofters over the middle that the Steelers secondary was able to rally to and break up. I'm a little concerned. I'm a little concerned for the Falcons, but I think that the main focal point of that team is still their defense. I think that things are going to get. I think they played well. They played really well, because they held. The only reason they lost is because the fucking Steelers had 6 field goals and like 3 of them were from 50 plus. So
Did anyone
wouldn't
see
be
how
too
Justin
concerned.
Simmons played? I didn't see it.
I can't speak to that.
I didn't even see him on the field.
I have to
3
like,
tackles, one pass deflection.
That's my guy, man.
Yeah, I mean,
TJ
TJ Watt absolutely dominated.
Watt, that was one of the most dominant performances I've
No,
seen.
it really was. I
They
don't think.
won that game because of him.
No, seriously, and I think that's why Kirk Cousins didn't play that well.
I don't know if
it was every single play he was coming off that edge and just crushing Kirk Cousins.
dude, I don't know if Atlanta like ran the same count every time, but he was beating the every O lineman off the count every single time. It was fucking scary. I was looking at my door. I'm like,
No,
yo,
it,
I'm
it really was. Like I'm
She's
like
after
watching
me,
this
dude.
game through Red Zone, and I'm like, TJ Watt did it again. He just kept like beating that tackle. They had no answer for him, honestly.
There is no answer. Unless
There
you put
is
three
no
guys
answer.
on him, there's no answer.
And honestly, the Steelers offense did not look good like at all. Really, Fields didn't play bad, but like they could barely even establish a run game.
They were terrible in the red zone, just like they always have been. Because they can't run the ball, dude. Najee Harris is a 2-3 yard back. That's just that simple. The offensive line's not that great. I would have liked to see more Jalen Warren in this game. I feel like he only got like 2 or 3
Well,
touches in this one.
He's battling a little injury, so I wasn't too
Okay.
surprised.
Okay.
I know he got hurt during
That makes
during
sense.
training camp, so I mean I'm sure he was on a snap count.
Yeah, that makes
But,
sense then.
A question I want to ask you guys: when Russell Wilson gets healthy, do you think they're gonna throw him back in the starting spot,
Yes.
or they're gonna rock with Fields?
Yes. I don't think that one win where you score no touchdowns is deterring what they saw on camp and all offseason to make Russ the starter. I think if he goes out there and has a stinker, they'll immediately go right back to Fields. But I would think that if Russ is healthy this week, he will be the starter.
I agree.
Yeah. From what I saw today, I think it's gonna be Fields. I don't think Russ is that healthy yet.
Yeah, and there's also no reason to rush him back because Fields is not much. I think he's not much worse, if not, like 2 terrible quarterbacks. That's how I want to put it.
Plus, if you're Tomlin, you don't owe any of these quarterbacks anything. You're barely paying Russell Wilson.
Yeah, you're
Fields is
literally
still on
playing
his
for
rookie
free.
contract. I wouldn't even be surprised if like they just switch him up every other week down the line of the season. Just kind of depending on the
Yeah,
matchup, whatever works.
When they're 4-12, week 17, let's switch them up.
All right.
Yeah,
team.
no.
All right. You know they're gonna win 9 games. You know they're gonna win 9
I
games.
think in the next 5 weeks we'll find out who the QB1 is there. But also, I want to say it was the most Russell Wilson thing ever to be inactive and still wearing shoulder pads and fucking pads.
What is he doing? Like, what is he doing? Like Jameis Winston when
I
he got
didn't
suspended
notice
comes out
that.
shoulder
I'm looking
pads.
that up.
Dude, what is he doing? Yo, the one thing you guys didn't say though, like I landed this, I landed that, but where are their receivers, man? Like they don't have a true receiver one. Like Drake London was getting all the
London,
time.
yeah, London was so
That dude came down with
fantasy.
2 catches. Darnell Mooney gets $13 million a year. He had a catch in the game. Like you talk about Kirk Cousins, but you gotta look at the receivers first.
Yeah.
Jesus,
I
Darnell
didn't
Mooney's
see
making
much.
13
million a year. He got 3
Oh,
over
that's
40.
insane.
That's
Pitts-
Pitts actually looked solid.
Yeah, he looked all right. I mean, I feel like they're gonna
But
need him
what
to
do you
step
call
up.
it? As we all just trashed on the Pittsburgh offense, George Pickens looked fucking awesome. He looked fucking great. Looked like a true wide receiver one.
Yeah, he's a wide receiver 1, but he reminds me of like Michael Pittman. Like he's not getting more than 5 catches a game. Like he's gonna catch the big balls for like 20-yard spurts and big plays, but he's not a guy you could really like 10 targets for Pickens. It just doesn't work. It just doesn't work like
That's not
that.
his game.
I would love to see like I thought the Deontay Johnson pairing was better, but they never played him in the slot. So I feel like a little bit of overlap there, but yeah, George Pickens looks good.
Hold on, look what I'm about to show. He really was in full pads. Hold on.
Let me see
while
this.
this loads.
Let me fucking see this. There's no way.
No, he actually was. Nah, oh wait, hold on. Somebody else show it. It won't fucking. Wait, hold on. I got it. There we go. You see it?
Dude, that is the most Russell Wilson thing ever.
That is classic.
The eye black with the. Oh, come on, dude.
He's
You
a
knew you weren't
fucking
playing.
actor, bro.
He's an actor.
He literally is a paid actor. Then the eye black too. First of all, he's not playing, and they're playing in a fucking dome, and he's playing eye black.
So
You gotta love him. He means well.
What is that? Bro, like, he be meaning too well. Like, bro, like, get the fuck out of here. I was laughing this good.
Dude, that dude in the back was like, "What the fuck is he doing?"
That's
Look
Roman
at the dude in the
Wilson.
back.
Look at Roman Wilson.
My question is, who is talking in his ear? Or who is he talking to?
Dude, it's
Gotta be
Arthur
someone
Smith.
in the booth.
Probably. He's already linked up the OC.
Yeah, enough of this game. Enough of this
OC's
game.
like,
After
what the
that,
fuck are you doing?
after that, I'm done with this game. We'll go to Cowboys Browns. Tom Brady's first game in the booth. Did he sound a little scared to you guys?
I'm a little nervous.
It's tough, man.
Yeah,
It's
he needs
really
some more
tough.
energy.
It's a hard
Yeah.
job.
More energy to it.
Kevin
He was
Burkhardt
getting
was
too
trying to
much
pry
hate.
Aunt
I didn't
Shannon.
appreciate the hate he was getting. It's a tough job to do.
That game was fucking boring though, no lie.
Yeah.
There was a lot of points, but it was just like field goals. Like,
I'm finna rant on
Oh,
Mike
yeah, I
McCarthy.
mean-
talk about kickers
Watson
though. Kickers had a
sucks.
great week this week.
Amazing week
Yeah.
for kickers. Amazing again. My kicker, Brandon Aubrey, goes out there for a 66-yarder, and Mike McCarthy goes out there, 2 timeouts, 4 seconds left in the half, and he's gonna take a delay game. And Brandon Aubrey fucking drills it. He fucking drills it from 66. How are you taking it? How are you sending your field goal unit out late? Not just using one of your timeouts. You have 2 of them, not just one. So it wasn't like you made a mistake. Like maybe we don't have any. He had 2 timeouts. He didn't use them, and Brandon Aubrey absolutely nailed it. And you know what? If that kick stood, I probably could have won this week.
What? Dallas is fucking.
Yeah, but you did it in your own one, dude.
Why don't you get ready for Sunday when my team
That'd be
pummels
own
your
fucking
team by
2.
50?
Golden
Oh, okay.
money line lock
Hell yeah.
minus 170
Bet it.
lock.
Bet it.
You know what
I would-
you know what I say to that? Match me.
Fuck you.
Dude,
those
my
singles.
right.
Those singles.
They're 10s.
Oh.
Like, better reverse that.
If it would let me deposit, I would. I would love a sponsor deal with Verse, but just let me deposit.
Come on, Verse. Verse.
I actually
If
need.
you're
So
watching,
first become the new sponsorship of the Bird's Nest.
I would love if they would reach out, but they don't let me fucking deposit. I actually need to pick up those dollars because I need to put money in my gas tank.
but going back to the game, Dallas's defense really surprised me. They were on locks.
They're
And
good.
Parsons was going on. The whole front seven was really good. Diggs
They're good.
is back and healthy.
I think they're underrated. I think they were underrated going into the year. I know the weapons could look a little grim, but I think it just speaks to Dak Prescott. I think he can make his weapons better. I think he's that good of a quarterback. I know that the playoff success hasn't been there, but he's going to win you games. He's get you to the playoffs. Do I think he's worth 231 guaranteed? No. But that's just
Still
the state
can't
of,
believe that.
you don't have a choice. You have to pay him.
You do. Still can't believe you got that much money.
Now, he murdered a cover 0 blitz with Brandon Cooks. He murdered that cover 0 blitz. So
Yeah. Deshaun Watson, though. Thoughts?
dude, he might need to start like going back to massage parlors or something, dude. It's really fucked that he's just that bad. Like, I don't know. I really don't know how it could happen. Like, how could that happen? How could you be? Ush, you saw him against Buffalo in that playoff game. He was incredible.
Oh, that was a heartbreaker. I was at fucking Aiden's house for that game. That was fucking brutal, man.
He was incredible a couple of years ago, and now he's 40th in EPA per play since he came to the Browns. They're just not a formidable offense with him at quarterback.
Yeah,
How is Flacco running that offense better?
yeah, that is insane. And honestly, when he was on Houston, he was the reason that the team was that good. He was like promising to so many people that he was going to be this all pro quarterback in this dominant league, and this downfall is crazy. I honestly, with how good he was, I'm not ready to say I give up on him yet, but I really am losing faith in him.
Well, when does the time come? It's year 3 with the Browns offense, and there's
Winston's
nothing
right
to show
there.
for it.
Winston's right there, man. He's ready for the call.
The thing that makes it even worse is that
Yeah,
Joe
please throw
Flacco.
Jameis in the game.
Joe
I-
Flacco.
We need Jameis to play, dude.
Dude, James is so awesome. How can you hate James?
Dude,
can't.
he's like the most lovable dude in the NFL. he just goes into every game with a great attitude.
He's so happy. He's just happy to be there, man. Chill job.
He is a clown. He is definitely a clown.
He's got great pregame
Yeah.
speech.
Yeah, oh yeah. He has the
Dude,
boys
they
fucking
covered
ready to
me
run to a wall. I'm fucking ready to run to a wall watching this.
He's a leader of men.
Legit.
He's the leader of men.
Like, it's a preseason game. This game is like fucking. It's a wild card weekend. He's going to fucking.
I saw this take on Twitter. I want to hear your guys' opinions because I personally don't agree with it. But this guy said, and he got a lot of support. He said if Baker Mayfield was the quarterback on the Browns team, they're a top 5 team.
No,
I don't know either.
I think they're a lot better, but I don't think they're a top 5 team.
I don't think
Because
they're a top 5 team.
Baker's weapons are much better in Tampa Bay, and they don't have a run game, but he can get the ball to his guys. And I think the wide receivers are a little thinner in Cleveland than they are in Tampa.
Yeah,
He would
But-
just have a better offensive line.
yeah, but at the same time, that defense is so fucking good. So
Yeah, they are incredible. But so are the Bucks, so
Yeah,
you can see either one.
they held Dallas to fucking 6 field goals.
yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they were out there for a long time.
and literally they were on defense the whole entire game.
Turpin return on, right? Yeah. So you got to think of Dallas's points. They have 2 touchdowns, like legit touchdowns.
Cook scored one.
Is that it?
Somebody else had to
Zeke
score,
had
right?
one.
Zeke,
Okay,
Zeke had
Zeke
one.
had
That's
one.
it. That's
Yeah,
it.
that's
Zeke
it.
went 10
Both
carries, 40
Yeah.
yards. Longest rush was 9 yards.
He's back. He's back.
He's back.
I think if that Browns offense gets like a little going, that team's gonna be legit because they are stopping Dallas. Just their offense put them in bad
Yeah.
position.
And I do believe that is either the best or the second best O line in the whole league.
Yeah, it's definitely not the first. Probably my third.
Probably Detroit,
behind
yeah,
Eagles,
but
and
it's-
Eagles and Detroit.
Detroit.
It's very close. No, I'm taking them over Philly.
I don't know, but yeah, it's a discussion. It's a discussion. I'm not gonna write that off. But do you guys have anything else on Cowboys Browns? This game kind of sucked.
No,
No, but
Judy had a
I,
touchdown. How did that feel, Aiden?
who?
Jerry Judy had a touchdown.
He fucking blows. You guys aren't missing him at all.
I know, he sucks.
I saw it, and I was like, yeah, good for him. Like,
Well,
Is it time for Jets Niners yet?
I was about to say, Drew.
Is it time? But you guys
Who's
fucking
that,
two fucking
well,
dumbasses down there.
let's talk about the fucking Jets real quick. I mean, Mikey and Aiden, you guys had to go into the Super Bowl, which is fucking hilarious. Everyone's a great team till they step out onto the field. I mean, Rodgers definitely looks like he took a step back from the MVP form he was in the last 4 years, excluding last year. That defense led up nowhere to the hype. Brock Purdy, the Niners O line. First of all,
The Niners O line absolutely murdered that
If-
D line for the
If,
Jets.
if I was
Murdered
a
them.
D line coach during film, I don't know what the fuck I would do. Honestly, I would probably quit. Because first
Yo,
of all,
Ush. How many tabs of ass do you think Salah took before that game?
oh, dude, too fucking much. Yeah. But,
I mean,
but
like,
no one before this, no one thought like the Niners even had like that good O line, and then we hear CMC's out, and you have Jordan Mason running for 150 fucking yards in you, and this team's going to the Super Bowl.
My 99-year-old grandma could have ran through those holes.
Oh
that
my
the
God.
offensive line was giving.
I mean,
that's a problem if
that's
we're
the Jets
like
defense.
Look,
if that's a
look,
problem
look.
if we're 3 straight quarters if they were only running the ball through the C gap, which is between the tackles. That's the only time they were running the ball basically, and they were murdering them. They were getting blocks 4 yards downfield, and that's why Mason had the game that he did.
They dominated the line of scrimmage. Dominated. No way you can tell me that team is better than Buffalo or Miami. No fucking way.
With every other team,
Didn't look that good either.
with every other team, it's don't ever react to week 1. But with
Yeah.
the Jets, we're gonna throw them out the window. Look,
Okay,
Absolutely.
one game against the best team in the NFL.
you got.
Yeah,
first
They
of
best
all,
lost by
roster in the
28
NFL.
points.
they're not the best.
lost 19 to 33.
You guys also got to
Alright,
realize,
maybe-
yes, the Jets defense didn't play
with
well.
a late touchdown.
Aaron Rodgers did not play bad. You can't say Aaron Rodgers took a step back. Guys, he had like 3 offensive.
I'm saying it's what he looked like. What do you have? 173 yards, something like that. He's like,
167 yards, 13 for 21. He threw a pick and a touchdown. Breeze
But no,
was
but-
60
And this defense, everyone's like, "Oh, this defense is fuck that defense, dude." Oh my god, the Niners, like that was literally a live bitching we watched Monday night, and like we have a ton of Jets fans, and I generally feel bad for them
I
because
don't generally feel bad. They should have known this shit was coming. They got their hopes up.
yeah, I
every
mean, no,
single
yeah, they should know
fucking
it was
year.
coming.
Week 1.
We won this, yeah.
It's week one that they're not going to be a good football team.
Sammy and Drew are overreacting. The way you guys made them sound last week, I thought we were gonna watch the fucking '94 Dolphins play.
Dude,
Like,
the Niners played the Bills. They still would have by 15.
okay, first of
Yes.
all, Aiden.
Yes.
It's
Oh,
been
Jazz
40
Chisholm just walked it off. Holy shit.
Aiden. It's been 43 games since the Bills lost a game by more than 6 points. How the fuck would the Niners kill us?
The Niners. It would,
It's been 43 fucking games, and
Niners
and-
would murder.
you guys have no receiver over there. The Niners would go right through. Defense is
we've never, we have the second best playmaker in the league, dude.
your receiver.
Huh? No, as a quarterback, and that's what matters. Keon Coleman's gonna land eventually. Mac Hollins isn't bad. Shakir, he's still a fucking dog. Kincaid, a dog. James Cook, fucking savage. 43 games since we lost by more than 6 points, and we were in that span we were way better team than the San Fran team this
How
year.
many guys from those teams are on
Especially
the team
without
right now?
yeah,
Fucking team.
God, I wish I had optimism for
Different
my
team,
team.
dude. It's a different
Huh?
team.
It's a
not the
completely different roster.
2022 Bills.
yeah, and they're also playing without Christian McCaffrey this week. The Niners.
Yeah,
It's
I don't
it's
think
a
McCaffrey's
it-
playing this week.
yeah. It was a worse team there also. So I don't see where we're going with this.
Look, I'm not worried about the Jets. I think saying frauds is an
You're
abundant
not
overreaction.
worried about the Jets?
the Bills were close
Like,
to Arizona.
well, whether it's week one or not, I feel like it's the
We
biggest thing
fucking
to be
won. The
worried
Jets got
about.
destroyed. I mean, but you
wasn't even
guys are hyping up so much to make it to the Super Bowl.
But it's week 1. You guys are overreacting.
I mean,
Wait, look, I understand it's
We're
week one. To
at
say
that.
you're not worried about the Jets after that game is a crazy statement.
I'm not worried about the Jets
They
after
just
that
got their
game. They played the
dicks
best
kicked in.
roster in the NFL, and they
So
have a completely
what?
brand new offensive line. Their offensive line is completely brand new, top to bottom. You expect them to come out and immediately play amazing against
No.
Leonard Floyd and Nick
No,
Bosa?
no,
You expect
no,
them to go
no,
out there
no,
and
no.
shut things down?
You expected that.
Mikey,
You expected
I didn't
that.
say they were
Not
going to
throw
beat
that
the
up-
San Francisco 49ers week 1 and we're going to beat the brakes off them. I didn't say that. I said they're going to win a bunch of games, go to the
Mikey,
playoffs, make a
Go to the
playoff run.
Super Bowl.
So that
Mikey,
means they have to win every game?
Not saying they have to
Mikey.
win every game, but
They have to win every single game. They have to play the best team in the. They go to play the best team in the NFL, and they can't lose that game by 14, and we're already going to write their season off.
because they wouldn't even
I'm
win 10
not
games.
saying that. But if you're saying they're going to make the Super Bowl, a good chance that they're going to play the Niners in the Super Bowl.
I mean, there's
It's changed. There's 20 weeks left in the Super Bowl.
Vegas is telling you after the way the Titans played last week that the Titans are 3-point favorites versus fucking Super Bowl team that's going to make it to the Super Bowl. Like I'm just not understanding it the way you guys
It
are.
was just a crazy take. It was a crazy take last week.
So when the Eagles are 3-13 and they come back and fucking go to the playoffs in the Super Bowl, what if fucking Vegas has them at? Plus 50,000. I'm not gonna fuck with Vegas says.
I mean,
Yes.
Vegas dominates all of us every weekend. So
Well, that's a completely different fucking story. That's a completely
I'm
different.
just saying, let's
He makes a point, though. They do
First of all-
dominate us every
first of
weekend.
all, if,
Yeah, but
if
we don't listen to them. Like we're not like, yeah, Vegas says that, so we're gonna go with. Like we're not gonna.
oh
be like,
no, but I'm just saying where their heads at right now versus a fucking dog shit team with a first year coach. I'm just
You can
Was the
stay
Jets
optimistic about the Jets. Look, you two can stay optimistic about the Jets all you want. I know for a fact I'm not. I know he isn't. So
I don't care. I don't care. There was definitely things to build on in this game. There was 100% things you take from film and you could build on in this game. The offensive line is brand fucking new.
That's what
It's
every
a
team
brand
is.
new up. I don't think you could say that about a lot of teams in the NFL because a lot of teams in the NFL didn't play the best team in the league, the best team on
I'm
paper in the
saying that-
league, and did they look great? No, they gave seven
Without their
straight
best
scoring drives,
player.
seven straight scoring drives, but they held them to field goals. They competed. I mean, I don't think I'm very nervous about the Jets. Just because I said they're going to win the Super Bowl doesn't mean they're going to win every single game they play. This does not mean that, and they're going up against
Okay. Oh yeah.
a great scheme
No one expects any team to go
and a great
undefeated.
roster. Garrett Wilson looked great. Brees Hall looked good when the offensive line would give him a chance to run.
That good.
How is he supposed to run when there's nowhere to go?
Well,
What do
I
you
know
want
it's
him to do?
O-line so much, like Tyron Smith, all these things. AVT's back. I'm just like,
They're a new offensive
not
line. They're
there.
not going to
It's
go
not
out there
there.
and click
It's
against
so
Leonard
bad.
Floyd
Every
and
single
Nick
day.
Bosa.
All right, fine. We'll
Five
shift
hours with
away
every
from
single
that.
day.
We'll shift away from that. Aaron Rodgers, how do you think he played?
I think he played well.
Fine.
Yeah, like
Fine.
he's played in 2 years. What did he do bad? He had 45 offensive plays. 40.
They barely
Look,
had the
I
ball.
agree. Like, that's a good point. I don't think he looked
All
that
of his
good,
throws
honestly.
were money. All of his. I hate Aaron Rodgers.
That is
All of his
not
throws were
true.
money. The one
There was like
interception.
two, he-
blocked.
The one interception is-
threw a slant behind the guy and turned the ball over.
That was pass
Threw up
interference.
the ball.
It was pass interference because he knocked his hand away when the ball was in the air and just didn't get called.
Okay.
Zara just won. Drop it. That's fucking.
All right,
Moray-
whatever. It's week one.
Wait. How much new old linemen do the Jets have?
Moses Taylor, Tyron Smith, left tackle. Vera Tucker was hurt.
Okay. The Bills have 3 new starters on just the interior.
Bills did not play the San Francisco 49ers. They did not play the San Francisco 49ers.
Oh yeah. I know he didn't. But do you hear me crying? Oh, it's gonna take time to get used to it. No, it's the fucking NFL. That's why they get fucking paid. They practice every fucking day together. They watch film together for 5 fucking hours. They know what to do. Tyron Smith is that how much time All Pro? How much time Pro Bowler?
Well, you just said that no team like gelling isn't a thing. Like teams have to gel.
Oh yeah, obviously. But like it's like you guys are expecting them to be so bad and make this like huge come up.
I don't even think they looked horrible.
Huh?
Why do we think they looked horrible?
I'm not saying they're horrible, but they definitely do not look like they're going to be in
It
Super
didn't
Bowl
look
at
good.
all.
On the road, first game, Aaron Rodgers hasn't played in a full year. So first of all, your quarterback is rusty. Your wide receiver
Who
is Garrett
also
Wilson.
didn't look completely
Jordan
healthy.
Mike
Mason has
Williams,
50
injured.
yards. Who the fuck cares?
New offensive line. The defense didn't look
That's
the
fantastic.
best, but I don't think the defense looked awful. To say they looked awful, they ran 40 plays and gave up 33
Rock,
points.
no one said it looked awful. We're saying they're not a Super Bowl team because they're
I
not.
don't think it's fair to write them off like that. I really don't. I don't think
I
it's
mean,
fair to write them off like that
I-
after a week 1 game against a team that was in the Super Bowl last season.
Look. You don't have to write them off. I wrote them off 2 weeks ago.
I run them off many fucking moons ago.
Yeah. I mean, the fact that you two have lived in North Jersey your entire life and have been around Jets fans.
I
you
don't
think they're gonna
care
get
about that. Nobody cares about that. How many times have I heard the Detroit Lions are never going anywhere. The Detroit Lions are never going to win a playoff game. It doesn't fucking matter about the past. It matters about the roster you have. That's why the Bills commented they've won 43 straight games in a row by 6 points. That doesn't fucking matter. There's nobody on the team that was there. There's nobody there anymore. There's
Okay.
nobody.
Definitely so are people who are there. Yeah, there's a lot of.
Yeah, there's like 10. There's like 10 players that were there. And most of them are backups. Most of them are backups or offensive linemen that don't impact the game as much as.
True impact players. Who was there?
Huh?
True impact players. Who was there? That's on the team right now.
Russo? Are we counting Milano?
A year barely played. He barely
Huh?
played. Russo's played like 1 year fully.
Okay, he's been on the team since mid.
Yeah, but he didn't
22.
play.
He's had since mid 22. Since mid 2022.
1 year or 2. That's it.
Christian Benford.
Christian Benford. That guy's a fucking scrub.
He was a fucking All Pro last year. How are you arguing? He was an All Pro last year, and you're fucking arguing. I'm not even anymore. All fucking pro, and now he's getting shit on. But let's go to fucking
All right,
college.
let's
already,
move
dude.
on to college football.
Go ahead.
All right.
Michigan, Texas.
College
Michigan,
football,
Texas.
Michigan, Texas.
Michigan's the new
Texas
Iowa.
is legit.
Michigan's the new Iowa.
Michigan doesn't have a fucking quarterback.
Exactly. That makes
That's
them the
the
new
problem.
Iowa.
Yep.
And their offensive line is not that good.
Dude, no way Christian Benford was a fucking all pro.
Second team All Pro.
I need to say this.
That's Mickey Mouse. It's as Mickey Mouse as it gets. They're just
Still
giving
an
out all
all-pro.
pros to anybody. They're just giving out all pros to anybody nowadays. I don't understand how you could look at that game and say the Jets.
What you seeing?
All right, I was low thinking of Teron Johnson, but he's been on the team even longer, so it doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
Teron Johnson's been there. He's actually really good.
He's been
Yeah,
very
yeah.
consistent.
That's
He's
it.
on the IR though.
It's a completely different roster. I'm not hearing this that the Jets season is fucking over because the 49ers beat them by 14 points on the road.
Before it started, you two are just trying to be different and have this
Yeah,
fucking
that's it.
long with the real thing. You guys are not going fucking anywhere, dude. Get the fuck out of here.
Look, you guys know I love my hot takes, but like, come on.
It's not a hot take. They're the best defense in the league.
They're just the
Best
biggest.
defense in the league. Jordan
When was the
Mason-
last time the
Because
Detroit
it was
Lions
like-
won the Super Bowl? When was the last time the Detroit Lions won the Super Bowl? How long did it
Never.
take the Lions to win a playoff game? They've 32 years without a playoff game. They won 2 last year.
100
It doesn't
Guys,
matter.
you
It does
Jordan
not
Mason-
matter. Don't bring me up
have a
anything about the
great
past.
roster.
Tell me about their team right now. Bring up points about their team right now. Did their defensive
Yeah,
line get
fucking
moved?
murdered that
Yes.
dude.
Their
And
defensive
then
line got
Jordan Mason
moved.
100
Did Jordan Mason go
yards
off?
on them.
Yes, he went off. Anybody could have ran behind those holes. Any physical runner in the league could have ran behind those holes. I promise you that.
That is just
Gibbs
gas.
would
That
have
is
had
not
200.
true. Their O-line dominated their D-line. That's how. It's not just because those holes were open.
Well, that's
somehow.
why those holes were open because I will admit
Well,
that their
well,
defensive line
first of all,
got
they-
moved. I will say that.
Look,
If they're the best
there's
defense
a-
in the league,
there's
you
a-
can't let that happen.
Look. There's a difference when you say like anybody
And
could.
what about Sauce Gardner not even getting hurt? He got fucking taken out because he was fucking crying. Fuck him, dude. I'm so sick of talking about this fucking team ready, dude. It just pissed me the fuck off.
It
I can't wait
really
to-
is.
Ridiculous.
When they beat Buffalo,
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. They'll beat us
want
once
fucking-
and we'll be
I
done
want
I don't
one.
think they even
Fucking
have a fucking
NFL.
chance against
That's how.
Buffalo.
That's how.
You're out of your
it's-
fucking
almost beat
mind.
Arizona.
You're out of your mind.
The Jets would beat Arizona.
Huh?
The Jets would beat Arizona.
Okay,
too.
And
okay.
they-
So you're telling me, okay, so let's break this down. You're telling me that a Bills team at home will beat the Cardinals by 6 points, and a Jets team who lost by 14 at San Francisco. You're
Cardinals
telling me
have
that the
Bills.
Jets have no chance of beating the
First of all,
Bills.
first of all,
The
It was
Jets have
really
no.
by 20. Let's be
That
honest. It was by
garbage
20.
time touchdown was
They had a
fucking
late
bullshit.
garbage
Fuck
time
out of
touchdown.
here. And second of all, yes. Do you not remember last year when we
It's a
fucking
different
dominated?
team.
Last year,
You're
they
two
don't have
completely
Aaron
different
Rodgers.
teams.
They don't have
Two
Aaron Rodgers.
completely different. You're gonna flex wins against Zach Wilson and Trevor Simeon. Is that what you're gonna sit up here and say that?
Fucking game you're talking, bro. I'm so sick of talking about
Wait,
this
didn't
fucking
the
team.
Jets beat the Bills last year? Am I tripping?
Yes,
Did that happen?
yes,
Yeah,
they
week
did
one.
without Aaron Rodgers. Without
Week
Aaron
one.
Rodgers.
Week one. Was it week one?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
it
we
was
won.
week 1, the
What
opener.
could, yeah. No, like, what do we say about that? Like,
And where are they going the rest of the season, Nathan? 5 wins, 6 wins? What was it?
They didn't have a quarterback.
Oh my gosh, I don't give a fuck,
They
bro.
have a fucking quarterback. You don't give a fuck that they didn't have a quarterback.
It doesn't fucking matter.
It doesn't
If
matter that they
your-
didn't
if
have a
your
quarterback.
if your D line is getting so beat up between the tackles, you have no chance, and that's it's what they did. They didn't run too many outside zones with Mason. They purely ran it behind their tackles, and there was 5
So we're just
yards
gonna
worth of-
okay. So we'll just ignore that. We'll just ignore that CJ Mosley came out for a quarter and a half. We'll ignore that Clemens went out. We'll just ignore these things because they matter. I mean, the Jets will come
They do
back
matter.
next week and they'll be healthy and their defense will look great again. They
If
held
they
to a
lose-
lot of field goals. They didn't give a lot of
If they
touchdowns.
lose
in
to
this
the
game.
fucking Titans, don't even show up next week. I'm being serious. I'm
They could-
being serious right now.
They could be 0-4 and I wouldn't lose faith.
I don't. Yeah, if they're 1-4, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, don't show up. They lose to the Titans.
Charvarius Ward could not handle Garrett Wilson and Aaron Rodgers' connection. I see that will
Month and
continue.
Sunday,
throughout the
Bills,
year.
Jets. Then we'll fucking talk. So sick of these fucking.
Yeah, you don't even have to worry about it. You'll watch the Dolphins smack the Bills on Thursday.
Okay. Wait. What's their quarterback's record versus Buffalo?
Why do we care about that?
1-6 in the game they played half of. The Bills fucking own Miami. Where the fuck is this coming from, Byron?
Bills
What's
aren't
the
the same
narrative?
team, bro.
What?
The Bills aren't the same team. They're in dogfights with Arizona.
Bet.
At
Bet,
home.
dude.
At home.
Bet.
At home.
Bet.
Ridiculous. We're going to write off the Jets. And the Buffalo Bills can barely beat the Arizona Cardinals. We're going to write off the Jets. We're playing the best roster in the NFL. We're going to write them off on the road.
I'm not talking about the Bills. I'm purely talking about the Jets, dude. They're not.
You said the Jets have no chance for the Bills. No chance, as I said.
That you said that they have no chance against Buffalo. That's what you said. That the Jets have zero chance.
Yeah, I don't think they have a chance against Buffalo.
No.
I don't.
So the Jets got better and the Bills got worse. Can we agree on that?
I don't.
Can we agree on that? Can we just answer the question?
Off of last week.
Can we
I don't-
agree that the so then you're going to sit there and tell me that the Jets would be better off with Zach Wilson at quarterback because that was the
Of
case
course
last season.
not.
So then
But
the
that's-
Jets got
they
so the
got
Jets
better.
instantly
They got
got so the
better.
Jets got
I
better.
didn't say the Jets.
So
got
are the Bills-
worse.
Are the okay? No, well, I'm just breaking down your argument. And the Bills got worse, and the Jets beat
Wait.
them last year with Zach Wilson.
How the
So
fuck
you're
did
telling
Bills
me that the Jets have all of a sudden have zero chance against the Buffalo Bills with a better quarterback. They have no chance, but they beat them last year with
I
Zach
would
Wilson.
still take the Bills. I would still take the
But-
Bills.
But first of all, I honestly don't
Okay.
even want to talk about the fucking Bills or Jets anymore. But besides fucking safety, where the fuck are we worse at this year?
Receiver,
Milano
linebacker,
Milano was hurt the whole.
Yeah,
Leonard
Milano-
Floyd. How many sacks does Leonard Floyd take off your edge rushing group?
Not a lot, honestly.
He led your team in sacks last year.
Huh?
He led your team in sacks last year.
Hey, not in fucking pressures, dude. Von Miller is whole healthy, fully healthy now. Epinesa.
Von
fully
Miller.
healthy.
Von Miller in 2024. We're bringing Von Miller in 2024.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
How are we running him off after you
Corner
after
is
off a
the
torn ACL?
Well, now you don't have Teron Johnson.
Well, yeah. Well, he's week to week,
I mean,
and
You lost
Stephon
Stephon Diggs,
James is back.
great receiver.
yeah, okay. Stephon Diggs is a great receiver, but for our team, does he make us better? He was hurting us fucking mentally
Yeah.
and bringing fucking morale down on the team.
He definitely got you guys in a lot of games. Now, I'm not saying last year, but the year before. Like,
Oh, yeah, I mean, yeah. When the first 2 years on Buffalo, he was awesome. But I will die on this. That ball Allen threw to Diggs last year was probably the best pass I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
And if he caught that, we would have won.
I don't know. I think you guys are overreacting to the Jets. I feel like every other team,
You
it's,
guys are
it's-
I think you guys
every
aren't
other
reacting
team.
enough.
It's
Let's talk fucking college, dude.
Bengals
All
was
right,
like
yeah,
6
let's
to
go to
half.
college football before this gets even. All right, Michigan,
ridiculous.
Texas. Aiden, Texas fan, thoughts?
We're dominant. We're very dominant. Best of line in college football, hands down. Four returning starters that each played the sophomore year. I think we have better weapons than last year, even with Worthy and Donnie Mitchell. I think the weapons are better because there's more of them. You got Silas Bolden from Oregon State, Jonte Cook they brought in, Isaiah Bond.
007.
I don't know. Quinn Ewers looks way more confident. I think defense looks great. I'm not gonna keep blazing, but they look really fucking good.
Yeah,
I mean,
they looked amazing.
They looked really good, and Michigan looked very bad. Like it was a brutal game for Michigan, and especially without they have to figure out this quarterback situation where even if they go down to the freshman, but Warren ain't it. Obviously, they don't like Orgy because he didn't even throw a pass, which he can't throw a pass anyway. But yeah, it was a brutal game for Michigan in Ann Arbor too. Like that was a home game in the biggest stadium in the country.
It's not going to happen for Michigan this year, bro. They're basically Iowa. Their defense will be top 5 in the country, but they're not going to move the ball at all unless Donovan Edwards has 300 yards.
Like he didn't
Warren
play
is
that well.
Warren is useless because how you just load the box against him. It's the simplest game plan you could have. Load the box, let Warren beat you in one-on-one matchups. He's just not going to do it. And the wide receivers are uninspiring on the outside. The only position group on offense that they maintain somewhat of stability is tight end.
Yeah, I mean Loveland's a beast.
Yeah,
He's one of the best tight
Loveland
ends
is a
in the country.
dog. I mean, I think Michigan got their ring, and the future won't be as bright as last year for a good amount of time. But dude, after that fucking run out, they run out with the fucking cops and shit. Michigan, I was fucking fired up. I looked thought they could fucking have a chance, but dude, Texas just punched him in the face for 60 minutes straight.
Yeah,
Texas is amazing.
When you give Donovan Edwards the ball 8 times in the entire game, I don't care how much you're down. He's the best player you have on offense, and you're just not feeding him the ball at all. That's problem number one. Unless he's just not that good this year, but I don't know.
It's just
not
too
the year for
predictable.
Michigan. They can enjoy their championship until fucking January, and then when somebody else wins it, that all Michigan fans can shut the fuck up.
You're going to tell me Harbaugh didn't know what he was doing?
Yeah,
Getting that ring with McCarthy? No succession plan at all?
No,
He knew
I
exactly
mean-
what he was
I mean-
doing.
now they're facing all these
Harbaugh
allegations.
knew what he was doing
Yep.
when he hired fucking Connor Stallions.
Yeah,
when he hired Connor
pass.
Stallion.
It's a pass.
Yo, I still haven't watched that document.
Fucking cheat.
Aiden, how was that documentary?
What the fuck was
I
that?
can't hear.
What
I
the
can't
fuck
hear.
was
But
that?
I watched the documentary. I watched that documentary, and it was interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, there
Very,
we go.
very interesting. He so clearly cheated.
But you gotta realize every college football team does that.
That's great. Every college football team does that.
But
He
when
cheated.
when you're a big program, how is that cheating though? Because you're allowed to steal signs. Like it's a thing.
Okay, you could steal signs, but I mean, I don't think you could be on the sideline pointing up for a pass and pointing down
If you
for a
have the
pass,
work ethic,
and then telling
like,
a coach what happens.
if you have the work ethic like that, to like be able to tell other people signs like that and put in that much effort,
Oh,
that shouldn't be because you should get in trouble for that. That's because that's fucking great job. Like that you did your job.
I'll give him that. He has a great work at from the documentary at least. He's psychotic, and the way he actually figured all this out was pretty cool, to be honest. But
Yeah.
he still cheated.
So what you're saying is he's a football genius.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly.
I say he worked at his craft. He was like really good at it.
Yeah,
It was weird.
Did you watch the documentary, Mike?
I did not.
Yeah.
You know, not the biggest college
You
football
should.
guy.
I mean,
but
like
I've been
one of the
watching.
scenes. One of the scenes that stuck out for me is that he literally took pictures and videos of himself doing the other team's signs,
Yeah.
and then would have that in a giant ass spreadsheet.
But like the thing is, if it wasn't illegal, every team would try hiring that guy. Tell me not.
yeah,
Tell
Who
me
is
not.
it,
probably
though?
would.
Evil.
Like,
Yeah.
like
That's the thing. Like I don't see that being illegal though, because like
was he like a Michigan student? Like, who is he?
So he was in the Naval Academy, always a big Michigan fan. Somehow got directed. He coached at Navy or something. Somehow got directed to Michigan in some way. Got on the staff and just started like I guess picking the ear of the coaches a little bit of what he saw. Drew, is that how it went? Something like that, right?
Yeah, so like he grew up a diehard Michigan fan, and then he joined the Navy, and then became a grad assistant coach, or not even a grad assistant
Yeah, he
coach.
was just like
He was some type of like student coach on the sideline,
Yeah.
and it just, like first game he ever coached was against Ohio State at Navy, and I mean they didn't win the game obviously, but like it was a closer game than it should have. And then then like he just progressed throughout that. Whatever. Michigan sucks. Next game, Notre Dame NIU. Is Notre
Crazy.
Dame a fraud again?
No.
No,
I don't know.
That game really means
This-
nothing.
Yeah.
To me,
Honestly, look, that game. I wouldn't say it means nothing. Notre Dame will still find a way to win 10 games this year. They might sneak into the playoffs. But I think that loss definitely hurts their playoff chance, especially with not being in a conference.
they really only had a season left.
I mean, I remember like all last week seeing on like ESPN and all these big sites, like they're like stats wise, the numbers wise, they're projected to they have like the best chance to go undefeated. Then they fucking go. Then they had Northern Illinois coming up to them, paying 1.3 million to play and fucking lose. It's like I'm a huge Marcus Freeman guy. I think he's a great guy, great coach. I honestly feel for him a little. It's just fucking rough over there his last couple of years.
I mean, what a lot of people don't realize when we're like NIU is that they
You're
were a
great.
top 25 team 10
Mhm.
years ago. Like, I know it was a
Mhm.
long time ago, but like the program, like, it's a solid college football program.
Jimmy G
Kenny
went
Galladay.
Yeah. So, I mean, look, I
Now
don't
they're
think
ranked.
Notre Dame
Bro,
fans,
Jimmy G
I
went-
would
Jimmy
be
G went
worried.
to
It's not crazy.
Illinois.
Eastern
Jimmy G
Illinois.
Illinois.
Eastern.
Yeah, Jimmy G went to Eastern Illinois.
Yeah.
I think no, NIU is a great group of 5 school. Like people didn't realize, but like I was listening before, like that game was going to be close. Like that spread was only 27.5. Like I was hearing, like NIU's like they're very legit. They could honestly make the playoffs.
Yeah,
That
Bowling
win,
Green
like-
almost beat Penn State this week too.
That shit happens, man. It's
It does.
Look, I'm not happy on how the game went, but I'm happy on how reality sat back in for us after week 1. I mean, it sat back in for me, like, especially I was obviously riding high after that West Virginia win. And I think most of the campus was, and especially the team and the coaches. But having a game like that week 2, going to a bye week, it gives us time to reset, get ready for the stretch that we're about to go on. And look, I'm still excited about us. I still think we're going to win the national championship, but it was a bad win in a okay situation. So I mean, there's really not too much to talk about that game.
I don't think you can.
Who's the win right now?
It
I
was
don't
a
think it
win.
matters.
No, it doesn't.
Is
Is
Oregon,
Oregon a top 5 team?
100%. And why I say this is, look, they've had close games. Boise State, another great group of 5.
Boise
schools.
State's a good
They're
team.
projected to be
Very
a
good football team.
You guys are there, but Oregon, like, see, the thing about a great team is, yes, Oregon was down the game, but they always found a way to score. Like, they always found a way to get back. But they also have to jet too. Like, they were just like 3 offensive linemen, but they also haven't played a lot together. Like, even the defense is 3 D-line transfers. Like, half the and the back end is 3 transfers in the back end.
The only thing that really scares me about Oregon is that they couldn't stop the run at all.
I don't know, man.
So,
That guy's a
That guy's
fucking
name.
stud.
Ashton
Gentry.
25 carries, 192 yards, and 3 touchdowns, with his longest rush being 70 yards.
Dude,
He
I'm
should be the first running back off the board.
I'm not opposed to
Ollie
a little Boise State Heisman season. I'm not opposed to it.
well, if you're gonna say Genty, then you gotta get my boy Kyle Monangai, because Kyle Monangai only has 70 less rushing yards than Genty.
Yeah, but he's a
Alright.
dog. When
Also, don't forget about Ollie Gordon. Please don't forget about Ollie.
Yeah, Ollie Gordon is definitely the best running
Ollie
back.
Gordon Arkansas stopped Ollie Gordon a little bit. He was,
Oh yeah, he didn't play that well last week, but week 1 he balled out. He's a fucking dog, dude.
with Genty's
Plus,
schedule.
going off of last year.
135.
I want to say this. Ollie Gordon, I think, is a great college running back. I think in terms of NFL prospect, Monangai and Genty are the 2 better running backs. I'll also say
I
this.
could agree with that.
Why am I seeing tweets why am I seeing tweets that Ollie Gordon is the greatest Oklahoma State running back of all time? Why am I seeing tweets?
He's not, but he is a fucking dog though, and he's dominated last year, and he's gonna dominate this year again.
Barry Sanders scored 37 touchdowns in 1 year.
Yeah.
I don't know how people on Twitter. I know some people on Twitter don't have a brain, but the fact that those words could ever come out of your mouth
Peyton Romano.
is just disrespectful to me.
Yeah.
I honestly feel disrespected by it.
Like Hubbard was really good.
Yes.
Bravo, yeah, he's a dog, bro. He balled out.
They're up there for running back. You low key, bro. They got some
Nah,
Thurman
they're not-
Thomas too.
They're
They got some legends.
Yeah. But back to Oregon. Honestly, I would say I really can't answer this question because they've first week who they play again?
Idaho.
Team. Yeah, I know they're not anything special. Boise State is definitely a solid team. I don't think they're a playoff team by any means, but still, their 2 best players are arguably on offense. Evan Stewart and Dylan Gabriel. They're brand new, dude. This is a whole new team pretty much. I'm definitely not giving up on them yet, and I think they're the 2nd best team in the Big Ten.
They're the only team that I can confidently say any single play they run could be a touchdown.
Who's the
Honestly.
first? Ohio State.
Ohio State.
Ohio State's probably my number 1 team in the
Honestly,
country.
but they also do
Which-
return a lot.
Which will bring me to Will Howard at Syracuse.
Will Howard.
The ACC at the
Will
bottom
Howard.
half is sneaky.
Wait. Are you talking about Will Howard or Kyle McCord?
Oh,
Yeah,
Kyle
wait, what are
McCord.
we
Sorry,
talking-
Kyle
yeah.
McCord. Kyle McCord, not Will Howard.
I'm
Yeah,
thinking
Kyle
of
McCord.
Syracuse,
Looks good.
Kyle McCord had a great day.
I remember about like mid-April, me and Aiden were at a Chipotle with a few kids, and I honestly looked him dead in his eyes. Don't be shocked if fucking Houston wins the ACC, dude. Their schedule is so easy, bro. So easy. And they got a ton of transfers. I would buy into their stock so hard right now.
I completely agree, especially with NC State going down last week and Florida State looking like dog shit. I mean, Miami's going to be tough, and
Yeah, Miami's fucking.
honestly, I wouldn't write Clemson off yet.
Oh no,
Don't write Clemson off. Clemson's definitely a very good team. They
Yeah,
played Georgia
I mean,
tough.
I mean, I wouldn't say they played them tough, but like,
They was a close game.
Dude, that first half was fucking
dog,
tied.
they got dominated. Come on.
No, they didn't get dominated. No, I would not say that. It was their defense played very well. Like they were playing good. Georgia turned it up at the end. Georgia's
Also, I think Boston College versus Missouri gonna answer some more questions about the ACC this weekend.
Doesn't matter. Miami's winning it.
I don't know. I don't know 100%. I
Miami
would
will
favor
find a way
them
to
now,
fuck it
but
up. They always do.
Clemson's fucking good, dude.
Cam Ward's too
Yeah, I
good,
mean,
dude.
that just shows how good Georgia really is.
Yeah.
Georgia's gonna sweep the SEC.
They got a big game against
Yeah.
Bama in like 2 weeks or maybe 1 week.
yeah.
Yeah, but they're just.
Buddy, they got a
Got a tough
big
ass
game
schedule.
Saturday.
Who do they have Saturday?
Kentucky. Dude,
Home game, Ash?
What?
Home game?
Yeah, I'm not going though. The tickets for students sold out in like fucking 10 seconds. They're selling for like 100. But I didn't know that it was possible for another SEC team to lose home to South Carolina by 30. That's just fucking insane.
And South
Pathetic.
Carolina's got college game day this weekend, which I don't.
I know. Dude, that's
Really?
absurd. That's absurd, bro. I was looking at some of his matches. I'm like, what the fuck? How did that fucking
Really?
Wisconsin, dude? How did that fucking Boston College?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
right.
most of college Mizzou doesn't really bring a lot of hurrah. Like
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I feel like South Carolina doesn't either.
I think Arizona. If we're talking about this upcoming week, we have Arizona.
I know, but that's a
Kansas
Friday
State on
game.
Friday. That game's gonna be
Friday.
awesome.
Yeah,
Game's great.
Arizona fucking touchdown
I
underdog,
like
right?
Arizona, honestly. What?
They're +7, no, +7.5.
Yeah, they got it. They're
Yeah, dude,
getting a lot of points.
dude, they're at +205.
Honestly, I'm
money line.
confident in Arizona. I would even take the money line.
I think Kansas State's just gonna run the ball down their throat with DJ Giddens. I think
That's
know.
fair. I don't
Or
know. That Arizona offense is. With
Yeah,
Fitta and McMillan. I mean, I'll say. I mean, look, Friday night's gonna be a great game. I can't wait to watch it.
And
We really have to talk about Iowa.
UNLV Kansas is the other
What?
game. UNLV Kansas is the other game.
I have no idea.
UNLV, dude, there's a good chance that they make the fucking playoffs. UNLV.
Yeah, there is. They were sneaky. I was wrong
Yeah,
on
they
them.
might be the best
I said
group
they
of
were
5 team.
overrated.
That was my dynasty team in AA. Fucking dogs.
UNLV.
Yeah.
Do we really have to talk about Iowa? Like they just suck.
No,
Iowa
it's
State
typical
owns them.
Iowa. They're frauds.
Iowa State just
I
owns
had-
them.
It's such a headache watching them try to run an offense.
I did Iowa State to win
Yeah,
that
I
game.
had the under in that game, and I
Yeah,
wake
you
up
did
from the
Iowa
nap,
State.
and I
I didn't
see
know.
that Iowa State scored points in the second half, and that was really upsetting to see.
Colorado, Nebraska was a fun one. I had Nebraska.
Yeah, so is Nebraska good, or is Colorado just that bad?
No, I think Nebraska's really legit. I think if you look at
Nebraska
it,
is.
they brought in some weapons, bro. They got that kid.
I also
Mayer out
just
of
look.
Wyoming.
I could agree with that. I also just think Colorado's really just that bad.
Well, it's
Dude.
Colorado's not great either, but like I think Nebraska is back to like Nebraska football now. Like they're
Yeah. Matt Rule is the fucking perfect coach, I
Oh.
think, to take over
Dude,
his
they're
coach.
gonna be 7-0 and go to Columbus. That's
That's gonna be
Look,
Aiden.
they probably
Will
will be,
Compton
but
had the
they're
boys
gonna
fired
get
up too.
fucking-
what happened. Yeah,
Will Compton had the boys fired up.
Boys
Yeah.
fired up.
But going back to that game, Colorado
and Ohio State, USC.
Colorado honestly might have the worst O-line in the fucking country, dude.
No, it's like terrible.
That was brutal. And when you rely so much on your offense having such a weak defense in the Big 12, it's just rough, dude.
I have a
Well,
question for you guys.
Mhm.
Will Shador Sanders go? I honestly don't think he'll go in the first round. Do you think he even goes in the first 2 rounds?
Yes.
Yeah,
Who would take
No.
him?
I don't
Huh?
think he will.
Who would take him?
somebody
Who
will
do you think
take him
would
in the first.
I
Somebody
think
will.
first, is too much headache, and at second, he's not even that fucking good.
He's not.
A lot of the times when he gets sacked,
Look,
no,
I'm
some-
not huge on
a lot of it-
Shador. I still think he'll be a top 2 round pick.
A lot of it's on him. A
I
lot of
think
it.
yes, and a lot of it's also on Dion because Dion puts him in such a bad situation for him to get. For it's like he said it's like a Eli Manning thing. Like he'll go wherever he wants, which is fucking disgusting and
Yeah.
fucking daddy ball at the highest level, which is crazy.
But
But
the thing for me when it comes to Dion is like I'm pretty sure I said this last week is like you can't play college football like you're running a free agency in the NFL, and that's why their
Now it
offensive
is.
line is
Now
yeah.
it is.
Sure, some teams might be able to do that. Colorado, you can't do that. You can't bring in a whole new roster every single year and expect progress, especially at the offensive line
Oh
position.
yeah.
The offensive line position is a position that you have to groom over years. It doesn't matter what level of football you're playing at, whether it's high school, college, or the pros. I mean, Ush, you could definitely talk to a high school offensive line. You need time together.
yeah, yeah, and
And
that was a fucking massacre. What we watched, but they honestly had a really good second half compared to that first half. Colorado, their defense like started playing out of nowhere, which I was honestly surprised by. So I'm really interested to see how they're gonna do versus Colorado State this weekend.
yeah.
Fuck
Any
Colorado
other
State.
Fuck
any
Colorado
other
State.
Fuck
college
Colorado
games you
State.
guys want to touch on
How
before we go to this
how they
draft?
cover versus Texas?
So Colorado State is so fucking banned. They're so fucking banned. Eat cars.
Yeah,
So get
they're actually that's honestly fucked that you even brought them up, but
What's
Aiden,
the
Yeah,
you're
any other
Aiden,
games you
you're
guys
from
want to touch on?
Aiden, we can't hear
No.
you.
No. West Virginia should have lost to U Albany. Neil Brown is
Yeah,
pretty much all I
Yeah,
have.
Garrett Green for Heisman.
What is he supposed to do? They have 7 plays.
7 plays.
All right, let's move on to
Plays.
this draft.
One team I'm gonna say that I think two teams that I think are just wow and could make a really good push. First is Tennessee.
Are you talking through a toaster?
What?
I don't know. It just changed, just switched. It was fine, and then like
Oh no.
Come again?
It doesn't fucking matter. Just get into the fucking atmosphere. Last shit we gotta do.
All right.
I'm
So
getting
we are
tired.
gonna do a quick draft on best sports atmospheres through all American. You could throw some international sports in there, but hold on, let me do a quick.
We didn't even talk
Random.
Bills Dolphins, and we're approaching an hour or 2 hours.
Yeah, let's just do a quick order.
And then we got to get game picks.
Yeah.
Should we just keep game picks now?
Now let's do the draft.
Yo,
All right, I'm doing spin the wheel.
you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so
Share the spin the wheel. I don't want no funny shit.
all right,
I want
Aiden has. Hold on.
I already know what I'm taking with the first pick.
Yo, are we doing like each sport? I just do like.
Nah, just any sport you want. So Aiden, you had the first pick, and we're
American
first.
sports.
All
American.
Yeah, so we're going. Aiden, you got first. Hold on, wait, dog, wait.
Fuck, this is tough.
Give me that shit. Give me that shit. Fuck.
And Byron third on last. Great. All right, let me just get.
How many are we taking?
4.
We're gonna do 4 rounds, and we can throw honorable mentions on after. Let me figure this out real quick.
I got it. I got number 1 pick.
All right, 1-1, Aiden. What are we thinking?
I'm gonna go college basketball. Toughest place to play. It's very hard to win in there. I'm gonna go Allen Fieldhouse, Kansas. It's
The
tough there,
1-1.
man.
It's a great pick.
I think that
1-1.
is nuts. That's the
I'm gonna go 2 birds with one stone here and go TD Garden.
Wow.
Playoff Celtics and Bruins.
Yeah.
Come
No,
on.
definitely.
Come on.
I'll go with I wanted to go hockey first. I really did. I was gonna choose I was gonna choose Calgary, but I'm gonna go with just Red October, Citizens Bank in the playoffs. It's an impossible place to play. They really can get into pitchers' heads. It's the last place you want to play in October.
Yeah, I mean, I can't believe I can't believe you guys let me take this at the 4 about Penn State whiteout. I
You got to
mean,
actually
the
win
best
those
atmosphere.
games for it to matter, right?
We haven't lost in a couple of years, so whatever. But yeah, no, Penn State whiteout, best atmosphere in sports. Been there twice for the last 2 years. It's absolutely unreal. Can't wait to go back this year. Even though this year it's gonna be a 3:30 kickoff for the whiteout. Fox is
What?
fucking us, bro. Fox
Dude,
hates Penn
what?
State.
Well, that's the whole
Yeah,
fucking. That's what the brand deals.
it's
They
fucking
get everything. Everyone's
stupid.
fucking now. Like see play on ESPN now, and it's disgusting.
And my
Dude, That's
second round
wild.
pick.
2:30.
Yeah, it's. I mean that's not confirmed yet, but that's what I've been seeing. Second round pick. I'm gonna go Arrowhead in the playoffs.
That's a good pick.
Well, I'm gonna go with another AFC West team. I'm gonna go with Mile High in the playoffs. I know it's been a long time, but if we're talking complete atmosphere,
My
that is
God.
a tough
That
place
is-
to play.
oh,
They haven't been in the playoffs in a long time, but dude, I've seen
Oh.
multiple NFL players say you play there, it's extremely loud and it's tough to breathe. It is, and if you're
Yeah.
a team that it's late in the fourth quarter and you're getting tired and your lungs can't really fill up with oxygen, and you got Peyton Manning slinging dimes across the middle of the field to Demarius Thomas, that's a tough place to play, especially in January or February. So that's what I went here with third.
Am I up now?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I can't even say the Bill Stadium because it's not as big as like a MetLife or Mile High. But I'm gonna go Lambeau.
I hate fucking
I like that
Lambeau
pick.
so much, but that's a good pick. That's a good fucking pick, Tundra.
Do I get 2 picks in a row here?
Yeah.
You do.
This is give me Tiger Stadium at LSU, man.
Yeah, that I would say that's the best college atmosphere in
Come
general.
on now.
Well, watch yourself.
Dude, it is. And now I'm gonna go here. I think,
Well,
dude, electric. I'm gonna go MSG. Playoff MSG is just
Yeah.
You can't argue with it. I mean,
No, you can't. It's an electric place, hockey or basketball.
yeah.
mhm.
I got a sleeper for my last one.
who's up now?
You.
Oh fuck. Oh, I'm shocked no one said this yet. Give me the big house.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Big House don't got no atmosphere.
Drew,
Well, let's not get some bias here.
Drew.
Dude,
The when I came versus Texas, that place was. Dude, I honestly heard from fucking Kentucky how fucking loud it was, dude. That place was fucking.
it's like it's not like a. It's like, I don't know.
For me,
And
when it
dude-
comes to the big house,
And
it's
then
it's
Mr. Bright
just
comes on.
shaped. It's shaped in the bowl, so like the sound isn't channeled down to the field. It's just kind of like there.
Dude,
They
it's not
met,
like a
like-
student atmosphere. It's like a fucking like.
Yeah,
It's like an NFL game atmosphere. It's
Yeah.
weird.
yeah. That's a very like in the whiteout. If a team's in the red zone, you can't hear shit
Yeah.
if you're facing that student section.
Well, I'm up now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised I just took TD Garden because the Bell Center, I know it's also been a long time since they played, but that's easily the best atmosphere in hockey. If they're in the playoffs, you do not go to Montreal and your head is fucking ringing by the second period because those Canadians fans go wild in the Bell Center. Again, it's been a long time since
Yeah.
they've been in the playoffs, but those old playoff teams, man, that's a tough place to play.
I thought we were doing only U.S., but yeah, those fucking Canadian teams, dude.
Oh,
Like,
fuck yeah. But
No, that's fine. That's the
no,
NHL.
but that's fair. But dude, Barak, remember like 2 years ago, the fucking Battle of the Red Sea? Aiden, you remember that shit, dude? That shit gets crazy over
that
there.
shit gets wicked.
Wait, Barak, do you say the Canadians or
Yeah, Montreal, Bell Center.
Montreal?
That
All
shit's
right. What
fire
am
up.
I gonna go with?
That shit's actually fucking sick, dude. Hockey fans are like no other.
Beyond that, but the Battle of the Red Sea.
The Battle of Alberta.
Oh, that's a good one too, bro. Those Canadians go crazy for hockey, dude.
Yeah, little West Coast hockey in Canada.
Drew, you got back to back here. We're on the last
Yeah, I
round.
gotta think. Let's take some good ones away from me. I'm gonna go Yankee Stadium during the playoffs.
That's a miserable pick.
It's
No,
look Yankee Stadium when the Yankees are winning playoff games, place is electric, and you like if the Yankees make a run this year, Yankee Stadium is going to be electric.
They're not making a run, so you don't have to worry about that. They have literally no chance. I'm sorry, they have no chance.
Okay.
Well, they're gonna
I'm
get
sorry,
home
they have no
playoff.
chance.
no, yeah, dude, and the O's are like low-key falling off.
No, I'm not. But we play them like the last week of September.
Yeah, that's probably gonna be for a fucking bye.
Too, dude.
I know we're not talking baseball, but no team in the American League has a chance to win this year. They don't. The
Yeah,
winners in the NL.
the NL really is fucking stacked,
Unless
dude.
the Astros, like the Astros are probably the only team in the AL with the reason.
Cleveland, dude.
No, Cleveland's
They
got
have
no
fucking
chance.
heart, Cleveland.
I don't give a fuck about
Dude,
Hart.
they have
They'd be
fucking
down
heart,
6-0.
bro.
If they saw the Yankees would wipe them.
Cleveland
All right, and
of the D-backs last year.
my last pick is going to be Coach K Arena.
They renamed
Blue-
that Cameron Indoor.
No, it's Cameron Indoor Court, Coach K Court. That's what it was.
Oh,
Sorry,
yeah.
it's Coach K Court
That's
at
perfect.
Cameron Indoor.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm taking the Blue Devils in a showdown with UNC, 7:30 on a Friday night.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Those
That's
games
just-
pop.
Just not as good as Assembly Hall when Purdue's in town, which is my pick. I mean, they've sucked for a while, but Assembly Hall rocks, dude. If I would love. It's on me and my father's bucket list to hit a game there.
that's a big. That's a good pick.
Ush,
Josh, what are we thinking?
round us out.
I don't know. In my opinion, the two best baseball atmospheres are easily Fenway and Wrigley. I'm gonna go Fenway though. That place is fucking rocks.
I'm surprised you didn't go Rupp.
I haven't
No,
been there yet.
Rupp could be one too.
Nah, I saw they won like the biggest like the number one shit, but I don't know.
Dude, I'm gonna go baseball here too. I haven't picked a baseball, so fuck it. I'll pick a baseball. NFL is a really big atmosphere. I was gonna say maybe Heinz Field, but it gets a little
That was on
crazy.
my list.
Baltimore maybe, but I'm gonna go Truist. Truist is fucking electric in the playoffs, dude.
It is.
It is. Yeah.
Like that World Series is fucking insane. It might not be like a great like top 10, like it's fucking probably
I'm
nuts.
surprised
Nah,
you said
it's-
Minute Maid. Minute Maid rocks.
Yeah, but it's
Oh,
inside though.
Minute Maid Houston, right?
Yeah, they've just been a little spoiled recently.
Yeah, dude. Minute
But, like,
Maid's
Oh, I'm
nuts.
thinking of Tropicana. Never mind.
Back in the
Yeah.
day, like
Tropicana, the worst atmosphere.
Tropicana. I went to Tropicana, bro. Oh, bro.
we're getting a new stadium. We're getting a new stadium. It's good.
When?
I'm
Any
Forty?
any honorable mentions you guys want to throw out there?
Yeah,
Um,
Kauffman Stadium for Kansas City, especially that 2015 team. It was an
Death Valley?
impossible place to play. Death
VTech, Death Valley,
Whoa, what
Brian
that Valley?
Denny,
Clemson.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say
Brian
Kyle
Denny,
Field.
and Bama.
They had Kyle Field.
Kyle Field, yeah, we let.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I
sucks
think
Oh,
it's
also
that
another big one, Nayland, dude. Surprised I didn't get
Oh
that.
yeah, that's a good point. It's a very good point.
Dude, I didn't realize how big Nebraska's fucking stadium was till this weekend.
Huge.
I didn't know it was that big, bro.
Dude, it's and the crazy thing about Nebraska is that even when they suck, I think for the last 30 something years, they've sold out every single game.
Well, you gotta think, dude. Like, that's the high sports.
That's
team.
all they got. That's all
Yeah,
they
that's
got
all
is
they
Nebraska.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw a little crazy one out here. It may not be crazy, but the rack. When Rutgers is
Yeah,
good,
and Rack is
the rack
nuts.
pops.
Oh, dude, no, it's
Over
obviously,
Rupp?
like, an
Over
atmosphere.
Rupp?
Rutgers is really good, like easy tops. Like this year, it's gonna be nuts.
Oh yeah, the rack is gonna pop this year,
That's a good pick there.
right?
But
Any others?
yeah, no. We gotta do game picks for Dolphins Bills before we wrap this up. We are just about to hit the 2 hour mark.
Ash, you start
Yeah,
us off.
yeah. I'll start here. Tua has never done anything against us his whole entire career. He's won 6 versus us, and that's when he was still sharing time with Bridgewater. So I'm hopefully Chain doesn't play. But we got Johnson out, and they got Mostert out. I'm gonna give me 24-21 us.
Yeah, I'm going the other way. I like the Dolphins in this one. I don't think anyone's stopping Tyreek and them. And plus, I think they started slow last week, and we saw the second half the offense looked a lot better. Mike
They
McDaniel
did
said that.
not deserve to win the game last week.
Mike McDaniel said they don't win that game the last 2 seasons, and I agree with them because the defense usually isn't just shut out a team in the second quarter, especially a pretty decent offense in the Jaguars. So I think this is the year. I think it's all come together. Mike McDaniel's third year, coaches' third years tend to be their best seasons or their break seasons, and I think it's primed for them to come in and win this division. It's a big test at Buffalo. I'll take them 31-20, Miami. Yeah, that breaks your 6-point bullshit. They're gonna lose by 11 to Miami.
I was literally thinking of that score too, but I'm also gonna go Miami here.
That is fucking crazy though.
I'm gonna go Miami. I don't think the Bills don't impress me. Maybe they could shock me, but on paper they don't impress me. And I don't know. I see Tua having a big game. I'm gonna go Miami 27, the Bills 21. There's your little 6-pointer.
I'm also gonna go Miami. But I have a little bit of a higher score. I think it's gonna go 38-31.
Jesus.
Wow.
Shootout on Thursday.
I-
That's what I want to say
I think
is
it's
this is
Drew's
a
giving
gifted
the
Thursday night game.
It's that point street.
What?
Drew's giving
Wait,
the
is Odell playing? No, he's in the IR, right?
I could see
He's
it
on
being a
the
high
pup
scoring
list.
game like that, too.
Yeah, he's on pup. But I do love Jeff Wilson to score honestly,
Can you do a first touchdown real quick? First touchdown?
Oh, the
Yeah.
first touchdown.
give me pissed off revenge game. This is the last guy you want to see in a fucking revenge game. Mac Hollins.
Yo, no one even knows it's a revenge game except you, dude. I didn't know. Oh wait, he was a Dolphin. Yeah, I didn't know that.
First touchdown. Who's scoring first?
I'm gonna go James Cook. I'm gonna take James Cook.
I think Miami's gonna punch him in the mouth early, so I'm gonna go Waddle on my
Dude.
fantasy team. Little first touch.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. Christian Wilkins has dominated us in the last couple of years. It's so huge that he's gone.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. I think the Bills are gonna open it up and score first.
Knox?
I'm not gonna.
Kincaid?
No. I was thinking Kincaid, but I'm thinking more like I don't know.
It's already a Josh Allen scramble for 3 yards.
We're gonna go.
Yeah. Realistically, it is.
Kincaid, don't sleep on MVS. I can see it sneakily.
MVS. I like it.
Get it in, baby. Get some
50
flat.
pounds to win, Aiden.
Wow.
50 pounds to 1. MVS.
Ooh,
Yeah.
How many snaps did he get?
Longest odds at fucking anyone. Jeez.
How much snaps did he get?
They have the
Alec-
defenses above him.
Alec in gold has a better chance to score the first touchdown.
Yo, that is a sneaky first touchdown. He got some carries last week.
Yo, you know what's mad sneaky? Jonu Smith is on the Dolphins for like.
I was
Logan
gonna think of Janu, bro.
There's still no reason he's there, bro.
Bro, I swear.
Bro, they do not need tight ends on that team. Like, they just don't
Dude.
use them.
What is something crazy?
5 wide.
Jeff Wilson is plus 460 first touchdown.
Gosh, I low-key like Curtis Samuel a little bit.
All right, I can see it.
I'm gonna take my pick. I'm gonna go Curtis Samuel.
All right.
But watch out for Robbie Chosen.
Stop, Joe. And then Barrios might. Barrios Loki owns us.
Dude,
Well,
where's
maybe.
Barry?
All right, so let's wrap this thing up. We're just over 2 hours here. Great pod, guys. Like, got a lot of information down in this one.
I'm not cutting this into two. This is just going out.
Yeah, this will be one.
Are
Yeah,
we
this will
gonna
probably
record
come out.
this weekend before the NFL games? Because I could
I
bring my
I could
microphone.
do the same time Sunday.
I could record
Yeah,
Sunday
I would
morning.
say Sunday morning's the best again.
Let's wrap it up real quick.
The problem
Yeah,
is,
so,
yeah, wrap it up. We'll talk
So,
after.
yeah. Great pod. We talked a lot of football today. This should come out when, Barak? You think Wednesday or Thursday?
This will come out tomorrow morning,
This one's
All right,
dude.
so,
Thursday.
all right.
Kid shot.
Oh, today is Wednesday. Shit, dude, I'm old.
This is gonna be uploaded Thursday before I go to class.
But yeah, we should have another one coming out Sunday morning. Is what we're hoping for again. Yeah. And any last words, guys?
Go Bills, baby.
Yeah, this is
Dying slow.
This is all I'm gonna say. It's a Detroit Super Bowl. All your teams are bowing down to my team. It's just a matter of time. Drew, I'm gonna fuck you in fantasy this week. Also, your take on the Jets is fucking dumb. The Jets are here. I know they got manhandled. Doesn't matter. The Jets are here. It's gonna be Jets Lions. So fuck you.
We need a guest pick Sunday.
First the worst, baby. The downfall, full weep continues with me.
Yo, Drew. They might need a fucking punishment, dude, if the Jets lose to the Titans this week.
Bro, if the
And
Jets
then you
lose
get it.
on Sunday, like, I'm being so serious. Don't show up to the pod next week.
Dude, I've been being serious. That line is yelling Titans plus 3 and a half.
is.
Yo, hold up. I want to say one thing. Here are the Jets' next games: Titans, Patriots, Broncos, Vikings, and then the Bills come into town. So yeah, they lost that game, but when they're 1, 2, 3, 4, if they're 4-1 going into Buffalo, or are you going to be as concerned?
I mean, no, I'm not concerned with the team at all. You
They might
already know my
lose to the Patriots.
That's a divisional matchup. That's a Thursday night game.
Week by week with them.
Yeah, but after that, it's Steelers, Patriots again. Texans is tough. Cardinals
And
is
week
beatable.
4. We're tough.
All right, that's enough of this, bro.
I'll give him that win.
That's enough of this. It's enough of this.
Yeah.
All right.
All
I'm
right.
done.
We'll catch you guys in the next one.
Peace, boys. God bless.